Because I'm gonna show you something. When you building a house, you build the foundation, right? You build the foundation, and then you put a brick on that foundation to start building the wall. Okay, it takes more than one brick. It takes a bunch of bricks to build solid walls to make a solid house. You feel what I'm saying?
Because chapter 36, have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon other nations that seek and after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou hast magnified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us, and let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God. Shew new signs, and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say, there is none other than we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit them as from the beginning. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named their firstborn. O be merciful to Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thy unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony to those that are possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. O Lord, hear the prayer of thy servants, according to the blessing of Aaron over thy people, that all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the Lord, the eternal God. In Yahshua's name we pray. Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Today's class: Israelites awakened but still asleep, not having the spirit of Yah, but the spirit of the Anti-YAH.
Shalom, shalom, giving our praises to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh. Where have we come as a nation? How far have we grown as a people? When you really look at it and you see the movement, you see the peoples, how many of y'all committed? How many of you truly committed to this truth? How many of you just going through the stages, you know, hey, my husband there, I'm there, my wife there, I'm there. How many of you are committed to changing lives, changing your life, changing family members' lives? How many? How many of us just pretenders?
That's right.
You see it all the time. And see, people's hate for, you know, my job is to come up here. Y'all get the bishop, man. Y'all getting edification, feeding. Y'all getting the deacons. Y'all getting edification. Y'all getting feeding. You know, my job is to come up here and let you know how it really is. You know, how people that are not serious in this walk, you know, people's not taking it 100. They take it 75. You know, when you not understanding the totality of what you're doing as a man, it affects your whole house.
Sure. That's right.
As a man saying you following Christ and you doing it and not in the right way, it's going to affect your whole house.
That's right.
Same as you sisters. When you sin, you following Christ, and you know that your house is not in order, both parties, and you continue to, and people come in this truth all the time, what they do? The ones come in here tap dancing and half stepping are the ones you see normally getting their card pulled.
That's right.
Because you didn't come in here serious. You don't come in here serious about this truth. And I'm starting to notice that. It just the feast days. You have no problem with people showing up, Kyle. But to do this Shabbat, to do what's righteous in Christ's eye, you know people by their fruits. How they don't share nothing, how they don't have nothing to do with the body. It's all about them.
That's right.
It's not about a movement, man. No one is checking out. I went in the store. I had to go get something this week. I'm telling you, I got slapped around that store. I didn't know the food prices had. You know, I know my wife be fussing at her. Why are you spending so much money? Because I didn't know. Just for the simple things in that store, you can't afford it no more. We don't take nothing serious. As a people, we take nothing serious.
That's right.
We still playing the game. Let me tell you something. Most of y'all about that application and that paycheck. That's where your true happiness come from. Or that credit card, when you're spending money, you know you don't have to spend. How many of y'all taking life serious? Start sitting down and talking about what y'all need to do to get what's right in your house, get what's right. Y'all still taking this as a game, man. And let me tell you what's going to happen. Some of you going to hear your children call out to your mom, I'm hungry. And then let me tell you something about your mans. When that woman get in her rage and you can't provide nothing, let me tell you something. You're going to feel like Tom Thumb in your house.
That's right. That's right.
So we prepare every Shabbat, don't we?
That's right.
Why are we not preparing life? We still taking life as Disneyland,
That's
Candyland.
Right.
That's what's so concerning to me. You do all other things. Let me tell you something. Quit listening to these idiots out here, man. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people that's got fringes on, man, don't know if they coming or going.
That's right.
But let me show you something. Get 2 Chronicles 7:1.
Bring it out.
Where is our blessing coming from? Where's it coming from? Or what we waiting on? The same curses that's been thrown down upon us? We're happy with just a paycheck. You live for a paycheck.
Bring it out.
When it comes to the Most High and His Son, put it to the side.
Bring it out.
Teach.
Then when everything getting bad, you want to call. And I'm going to tell you something about your cancer. I get tired of y'all coming in there, man, with that half report. You coming in there with a deceivable report when you coming in there seeking counsel and you coming in there lying. It's pathetic. It's pathetic how we moving as a people, man. This is a Christ, and I look at it as a corporation. So you're supposed to run it like that. Because let me tell you something. Our people, they don't understand. And I keep hearing, I'm going to do this. You're not going to do a damn thing, man. I'm going to tell you the truth. All you is hot air. Because I know what it takes to put something together. See, you started lying to yourself. Because when it started getting hot, the frustration start kicking in. Because the things you don't know start to destroy you. Because you don't want to open your mind up. And that's the thing that y'all don't want to do. You don't want to open your mind up. You thinking it's a game. People keep thinking it's just the same old thing. We come in here, we get class, we go home, we be still wicked. No balance in your life. No balance. You have a balance in your mind. All you think of what's important, nothing. Let me tell you something, man. Gas high.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Rent high.
Right. That's right.
Food high.
Bring it out.
Right.
Homeless high.
That's right.
Bring it out.
And all y'all think about is yourself. And I keep telling you, when you see and you don't see. See, I know the people that truly follow him because I see them. See, I know a person that I don't see. I know they're not following Christ. Read this out.
2 Chronicles, chapter 7 and verse 1. Now when Solomon had made an end of praying.
When Solomon had made an end of praying, read.
The fire came down from heaven.
See, that's that blessing, man. That's a blessing. See, I was going into Elijah. That changed my class during the middle of the week. See, because some people thinking it was a fire coming down out the sky, man.
Bring it out.
Some of you still got that Christianity locked in your mind. You don't want to release it. Because you don't want to think for yourself. You don't want to build self because you still implement it with the lies of what we've been taught here.
That's right.
Why was Solomon praying, man? Some of you, are you praying? Or are you playing?
Bring it out.
And this is what you see. I'm seeing what's going on out here on YouTube. I know how they come and they making sure our video. And we got people sitting around here who won't do nothing. But love to go to their job, man, and be disrespected.
That's right.
Love to go be talked down to. Everywhere you go, you nothing, man. And when it's time for you to step up and be somebody, you still bow on your head.
Bring it out! Bring it out!
I'm looking for that blessing coming from above, man.
That's right. That's right.
See, when you come in here and you're not trying to take the spirit of Christ, whose spirit are you still? You got mama, daddy, cousin, whoever, family members, job. You're not thinking for yourself. Why are you thinking they set up a school system? Everybody think the same way.
Right.
Read
and consume the burnt offering.
And then what?
Consume the burnt offering.
And devoured it. Read.
And the sacrifices. And the glory of the Lord filled the house.
And the glory what?
And the glory of the Lord filled the house.
It's the glory of the Lord filling the house, so we got people that still coming in here pretending.
Bring it out.
It's a pretend game in Israel, ain't it?
That's right.
We just don't get it, do we? Your whole house got to be in order, man.
That's right.
That's facts.
Your house can be still out of balance, man. Because everybody in there is not really buying in.
That's right.
Give me Babylon, page 90. Let me show you. Because I'm still looking at slaves. They hated, no, man, I ain't a slave. Yeah, you are. Your mind.
That's right.
You still think as a slave. Read that,
From Babylon to Timbuktu.
And I heard these Israelites always, I'm gonna have slaves and I'm gonna be doing this. That's why they come in here, man. They come in here looking for wives. They come in here looking for everything else. They don't come in here looking for to get themselves right.
Bring it out!
What good is a wicked man or a wicked woman with a wife? It's gonna be a wicked relationship. Read up.
Page 90. The black Jew.
We're gonna end that black stuff, man, because we need to stop using that word too.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Because we still buying into the lies that the system teaches us.
That's right.
Read on.
Had an advantage over the African tribes.
We have an advantage over any Hamite tribe. Read.
They carried their culture.
Their culture. Read.
History.
History. Read.
Law.
Read on.
And written records with them.
How many of y'all keeping written records in your house now? Well, what you need, what you don't need.
Bring it out.
How many of y'all got a balance in your house other than being in there being the devil the Bible speaks of?
Bring it out!
Being the Anti-YAH up in your house, man. Not trying to understand, man. Something about to go down. When you go in them stores, man, you know, I don't really go in them that much. But to go in there and know you buy 4 items and it's cost you $48?
Bring it out.
$100 ain't nothing no more.
Bring it out. That's right.
I just said somebody said you got a 3% raise, man. That means you got a 5% deduction out your check because they're going to take more tax.
Bring it out!
Y'all don't know how the game played. Y'all still in there playing games in your head. Read up.
This assured them a constant precedent for the development of a higher social organization.
How we going to be a higher when we still running around here like slaves in the truth, man?
Bring it out!
That's what you see in Israel. A bunch of slaves with fringes on, man.
Bring it out!
Quick to put their brother down. Quick to talk bad about somebody. That lets you know how you think.
That's right.
That's what's in your head. Death.
That's right.
That's all that I see, man. And I get tired of seeing the same thing. When are we going to show some increase?
Bring it out!
When are we going to believe? Can you do it yourself? We try to set up a business. You know, it's hard to get people to participate. They got this and that. And let me tell you something. What if we created a company and it able to help somebody out feed their family, where their husband can be at home? A lot of things that people come to me with, man, I phase out because my first thing is family.
That's right.
How you gonna take the husband or the wife out the house? The house is already unbalanced. It's unbalanced with a husband and wife in it because they don't think as a husband and wife.
Bring it up.
They think as individuals. Read up.
Because of the stability of the Jewish culture.
Read on.
The Jews were not absorbed into the Ashkenazimist population.
You still being absorbed because you still believe. You still believe that you going somewhere doing something exciting. All you doing is being a fool. Let me tell you something. What is a jester? Do anybody know what a jester is?
Bring it out.
A jester is someone that go fools, give his money away like a fool, man.
That's right.
You make the people's lives. You continue to support their ideology, their doctrines, their ways. I don't. Read.
In fact, the Jews absorbed some of the native tribes.
We have to start getting them to see how we doing.
That's right.
How can we do that and we all individuals? I thought it was one body, one spirit. No, it's not like that.
Bring it up.
And let me tell you something. It's going to get real soon, man.
That's right.
It's going to get real soon. You're going to see who your family members are. Because some of you really think. You got your family out there, man. Let me tell you something. I always tell y'all, when people don't call me, I know they're not family.
Bring it out.
The ones that I say I grew up with, they don't call me. I got to call them.
Bring it up.
Right.
I'm not doing that, man. I never did it. Because let me tell you something. Them Benjamin Franklins I had in my pocket, I did it my way. That was my friends, because I can go where I want to, do what I want to, how I want to. See, you ain't got to wait on these peoples, man. And we trying to do it in one body and one spirit, man. And we still don't understand, man, what Christ is about. And today we're going to learn. Read on that.
The Jews made use of every opportunity.
Every opportunity. Some of you sit around, do nothing all week long. What have you done in the last year?
Bring it out.
How many bricks have you stacked?
Bring it out.
Some of you're negative bricks. You old bricks. So you keep digging yourself deeper and deeper. And then you come in, man, you don't understand. We got people right now on Facebook watching us live, ain't doing nothing.
Bring it out.
They want to critique everything we doing, teach, and be the ones in sin.
Bring it out.
You sinful. See,
Bring it out.
I'm one of the ones real.
Uh-oh.
I tell you, you're a sinner. You unbalanced.
Right.
You wicked, you unbalanced.
That's right.
It's okay to be a little, and you gotta be a wicked sometimes. Somebody say, what did you say to me?
That's right.
You bring it back in. Hey, man. Life is about balance.
That's right.
How is it that we've been upside down all these years and we still want to live that way?
Bring it out.
We don't know.
They were an industrious and skillful people.
Industrious and skilled. We don't forgot about that. All we want to be is precept kings and queens.
Bring it out.
We want to pull precept to prove our point.
Bring it out.
And I get tired of you. I get tired. I don't like nobody that put a precept out because I know they ain't about it.
Bring it out.
You put precepts out there, let me know you're a sinner.
Right.
Teach.
You know, be real.
Right.
See, in this truth, it's about not being seen. It's about doing the work.
That's right, man.
When you want to be seen, you do little things. Read, dog.
In the Jewish Ghanaian states were found kings, princes, governors, generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, engineers, doctors, historians, language interpreters, mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leatherworkers, potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturalists, and etc.
Let me tell you something. What are you today?
Bring it out.
You're nothing but an application.
Bring it out, right?
Your whole life is about an application. I don't care if you're filling it out for food stamps or whatever. Housing. You can't do nothing on your own, man. We have become a people that can't do nothing but, let me tell you what we do. Number one thing we do, we run the drama.
That's right.
See, ain't been no drama this week. See, they ain't had to praise Kanye and them. See, you know, drama, it don't last but a minute. Though.
Bring it out!
See, You were just talking about Kendrick Lamar. You were just talking about Nick Cannon. Now you're talking about Kanye and Kyrie. See, you run the drama, but you won't run the Christ.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Let me show you something. Give me 3 holy children. Some of you probably don't even know where it is.
Bring it out. Teach.
See, because you don't understand. You don't understand, man. This is about getting it. Look at your children. What are you going to leave for them? What type of legacy are you going to leave for them? You're not even thinking, man. It's time to step up and sacrifice yourself. That's right. So your next generation won't go through what you got to see. Because if you lose your job, you lose your life. You got to go and get that application and run to somebody else. Ain't you tired of running to your enemy for food, for everything you need? Why can't you do for self? Read,
The 3 holy children, chapter 1 and verse 1. And they walked in the midst of the fire.
See, they walked in the midst of the blessing. Read.
Praising God.
That's what y'all don't want to do, man. Y'all want to praise yourself.
Bring it out.
Y'all want to praise yourself, man, of what your accomplishment. You have none. Because I tell you, anybody that you know that's in this truth, show me some success.
Bring it out.
Don't tell me about what they're doing. Show me some success. See, you can always talk about what somebody's doing, but can you show it? Can you actually show a pattern?
Bring it out.
Can you show a pattern of your works out there? No, you can't. See, because a lot of people don't know. When you turn around and you start trying to live right, it's going to be hard as hell.
That's right.
Because your mind's still locked in the lies that you was taught.
That's right.
I keep telling my brothers, a business is a setup for a failure, but a corporation is everywhere. See, you got a business here in Dallas, but what about Fort Worth?
Bring it out.
What about Austin?
Bring it out.
What about Houston? What about New Orleans?
Bring it out.
See, we's the people. We are the business.
That's right.
But they don't want to do that because everybody want a crown. Everybody want to be important.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. I can be the janitor and be happy as hell as we moving.
Bring it out.
Read,
And blessing the Lord.
And what?
And blessing the Lord.
Read on.
Then Azariah stood up and prayed on this manner, and opening his mouth in the midst of the fire,
Read.
said, Blessed art thou, O Lord God of our fathers. Thy name is worthy to be praised and glorified forevermore.
Jump down to verse 66.
Verse 66. O Ananias, Azarias, Mishael, bless ye the Lord.
See, that's the problem. See, we're not following. Everybody don't have that spirit. Because once you have your spirit, man, you know. See, you know it's gonna be leaves falling off. That's you. See, a lot of you like them leaves that's about to. You see all them leaves in the yard now? That's the world. And some of you might be a part of that trend. Because you're not coming in and really applying, man. No communication. None. And the people that's getting counseling be the ones always getting it. They never get enough, but they never come in and tell the truth. You can't get healed if you're still hiding lies. Read on.
Praise and exalt him above all forevermore.
See, that's what we don't want to do. We're still holding on, man. Because this place, it's an illusion, man. It's an illusion. See, it's to trap you. You're just thinking that this is good. It's an illusion. Because 99% of you can't even afford it.
Bring it out.
You ain't never been in a 3-bedroom house somewhere that you own. That was passed down. See, you ain't thinking about this. Just has been an American lie, but you bought into a lie because that's what most people do. They like to lie. See, lying rolls off your tongue just like water.
Right.
See, to tell the truth, that means you got to think. See, but lying, you so used to it, it just flows off your lips. To tell the truth is the hardest thing for you to do in life. Read,
For he hath delivered us from hell.
He has delivered us from this captivity. Read.
And saved us from the hand of death.
Read on.
And delivered us out of the midst of the furnace and burning flame.
Read,
Even out of the midst of the fire hath he delivered us.
Out of this fire, man. Out of this destruction that y'all are seeing, the murder rate. You can't go on vacation with your friends. Now they'll murder you now.
Bring it out.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
And y'all thinking it's some Bible. You don't know these peoples, man. You don't know a person until you open your eyes and understand who is Christ. This is what we're here to learn. Exodus 3 and 2. Exodus 3 and 2. We have to change our garments. Some of y'all still got that worldly garment coming in here, man. People come in here, I don't like what they doing. They doing something wrong. This, you find out that all they do is just complain. They complain at their own self. I hate their own self. Read this out.
Exodus chapter 3 and verse 2. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire.
In a flame of fire. A lot of y'all don't understand this. Fire could be a blessing and it could be a curse.
Right.
Which, and you got people there, the Lord came to me. That's the curse that you gonna tell.
Uh-oh.
Because if you ain't living right, man, and you ain't doing, and let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if there's any other school or anybody out there doing any of this. But I can only see what we doing. And I can't see no one matching what we doing.
That's right. That's right.
I can't see it. You can see brothers and sisters right now sitting at home. Won't do nothing. Because that's not the Spirit of Christ. If you got the Spirit of Christ on you, what did Christ do? He gave the ultimate sacrifice, his life for us.
Bring it out!
Right.
People won't even get up and come. It's too cold today. I don't want to, whatever excuse they got.
That's right.
It just don't make no sense that we victimize everything. We gonna, somebody else. Somebody did.
That's right.
But that line, that's what they have in their head. But read up.
Out of the midst of a bush.
And see, they still thinking this is talking about a burning bush somewhere, man. You watch the Charleston Heston and man, it was a bush burning. I seen it. You seen it? Did you see George Washington? Abraham? All you've been given is images, man. Let me tell you what the television is. It's the greatest destroyer on the planet.
Bring it out!
Because a lot of the things in your mind come from the television.
That's right.
You can't get the television out your head. Read up.
And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire.
It burned with fire. Read.
And the bush was not consumed.
And it was not consumed. This messenger, when you got the Spirit of Yah on you, man, you just like that burning bush now.
That's right.
When people see you, they gonna know.
That's right.
There's a difference. If I go around my family, they're gonna be like looking at me like a ghost. Most of the time, nobody in the store, that's how they be looking, because they know I'm about business. And I just see so many people, man, run in, bodies. You see how people, they got Christmas stuff out already, man. They're in their eyes dangling, man, like when they seeing gold. But they won't buy this truth like that. Some of you was out in that world loving the way that things was, but you come in the truth and you still don't believe.
Bring it out!
You have to have the Spirit of Yah. Give me John 3 and 30. Let me tell you something. Putting on Yah, that's that garment.
That's right.
That's your protection. That's everything to an Israelite. And let me tell you something else too. One other thing I noticed, no father figures in these houses.
That's right.
So when they come in here, there's father figures in here.
That's right.
They don't like that.
Bring it out!
Bring it out.
You ain't my daddy. Nobody trying to be your daddy.
Uh-oh.
Somebody trying to give you some knowledge.
That's right.
But, they want to fight you. Read this up.
St. John, chapter 3 and verse 30.
Read on.
He must increase, but I must decrease.
Read.
He that cometh from above.
Hold up. He that what?
He that cometh from above.
Where you think all your blessings going to come from, man?
Bring it out.
Read.
Is above all.
It's above all. Read.
He that is of the earth.
See, a lot of you still of the earth. Read.
Is earthly.
That's the problem in Israel. Some of you still thinking earthly, man. Right? Some of you still ain't got out of your own head yet.
Bring it out.
This is about re-educating you, rebuilding you, reprogramming you. And some of you come in here and you resist it.
That's right. Now.
Some of you come in here and you still thinking that application, man. Let me tell you something. What you do, have to go fill out that application, turn it in, go get an interview. Because let me tell you something. The only reason you probably was hired because they needed somebody.
Bring it out!
Bring it out.
A lot of people say, hey, man, you got to understand, if you ain't creating your own, you're going to beg somebody else to go work in their place.
All right.
You got to start thinking. When are we going to start thinking as a nation? Setting up our own, being men's and being women's. And let me tell you, sisters, y'all so relaxed, man. Just sitting at home, man. Kroger's up the street. Walmart's up the street. You got Amazon. You got all these things at your disposal. But what about when they shut it down?
Bring it out. I'm telling you.
Did Amazon just lay off 10,000 employees?
Bring it up!
Ain't they laying off people? The tech companies.
Facebook, Twitter.
All of them.
That's right.
But you're comfortable. Until them doors shut. And then you don't know what to do, because it's like this. If you're going to build your house today, why not start building on it? See, some of you ain't never built nothing in your life.
That's right.
Why not start building today? Building with Christ today. Building in your house today. And during the week, take a tablet out. Everybody in here needs to have a tablet out and start keeping a journal of what they're doing. And go back, and you can look back 6 months and say, look, I have made some advances.
That's right.
Because without it, you don't know what you're doing. Until you understand, you're going to have to start improving in your world. That's what improves us as a world.
Bring it out!
Read up.
And speaketh of the earth.
And speaking in the things that they speak, it be of the earth. Read.
He that cometh from heaven is above all.
It's above all. Read.
And what he hath seen and heard, that he testifieth. And no man receiveth his testimony.
No man, no earthly man, no earthly woman. Because you get some people in being there wicked as hell, man. They'll try to pull a precept on you. I don't see that. I'm trying it on me. Pulling precepts. Back in the world, back under your government name. What the hell?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
It's just what it is, man. They wanna tell you what this earthly. Read up.
He that hath received his testimony.
He that hath received his testimony. Read.
Hath set to his seal that God is true.
See, some of you ain't set your seal that God is true right now, man.
Bring it out.
Some of you don't understand, man, that you got that curse on you. You're gonna pass it to your children. Some of you not recognizing what you're doing, man. You're not opening your eyes to your body of work. You think it's just coming, showing up, going home, being the same person. Some of you don't examine yourself daily. Some of you still ain't read your Bible.
Bring it out.
Some of you know who I'm talking to.
Bring it out.
Because I'm talking to your spirit. I ain't talking to that body.
Bring it out.
I'm talking to what's in your head, because you know you ain't did it.
Bring it out.
See, that's the difference. I'm talking to your spirit.
That's right.
See, some spirits gonna like it, and they know that they doing it, and some spirits gonna hate you. Some spirit gonna be looking at you like that dude with that banana, man. I don't like that, man. He in my head. I gotta get him out of my head, man. Read up.
For he whom God hath sent speaketh the words of God.
See, whom? Are you speaking the words of God? I challenge everybody. 10 flies a week. Some of you ain't passed one out.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
See, we know times is difficult, man. We got other missions. Why not put that mission on where you at, your location? Why not speak to somebody, man? Somebody might need it.
That's right.
Oh, hold your head up. I got my head up, man, because I'm waiting for somebody to try something dumb. But I'm out there looking for them sheeps. They see you. I hear them, Shabbat, shalom, shalom, shalom. I invite them to the school. At least they know that they had that open invitation.
That's right.
They had that open invitation, man. What you at the gas station? I'm not asking the sister. This is the man thing here, the ministry. Read up.
For God giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him.
Read on.
The Father loveth the Son.
The Father loveth the Son. Read.
And hath given all things into his hand.
He's in control of everything. Read.
He that believeth on the Son.
He that truly believes in this word, this message, this movement, read.
Hath everlasting life.
You're going to have everlasting life.
Right.
Read.
And he that believeth not the Son.
And he don't believe the Son. Read.
Shall not see life.
They're not going to see life. Read.
But the wrath of God abideth on him.
See that curse, that fire, that destruction, it's going to live within you.
That's right.
Because you're going to destroy everything around you.
That's right.
Most people don't know that they do that, do they? Give me John 6 and 38. Jump down. That's the matter of fact, John 6 and 33. Let's deal with this. This word is so important to me. This word is so important. It's life. It gives you, it makes you different than everybody. Read.
St. John chapter 6 and verse 33.
Read.
For the bread of God is he which cometh down from heaven.
This is that bread, man. This is that manna they was receiving, man. Some of you, some of you really thinking it was some bread falling out the sky, man.
Bring it up.
Some of you still got television in your head.
That's right. Bring it out.
Read. And giveth life unto the world.
And it gives life. This is your life. Christ is your life.
That's right.
But you choose to put Christ second,
Bring
third,
it up.
fourth, fifth, sixth, wherever he's on your agenda. Read.
Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore, give us this bread.
Give us this knowledge. Give us this knowledge so we can be better. Let me tell you something, man. It's hard at first for a person that don't want it. It's hard, man. Because you want your little mind want to hold on to what you've been taught, man. They're lies. People thinking they go to school all their life, work all their life, and then just die. That's the way of life, man.
Bring it out.
That's the way of life to people's, man.
Right.
You got bills all your life. You never achieved nothing in your lifetime. And you're thinking that's the way that you should live. You're so indoctrinated, man, you don't even understand. From your youth up all the way, you go to school all these years. What do the children learn about being a survivor?
Bring it out.
What would they learn in them schools about surviving life? Do they learn how to start a fire? Do they know how to do anything?
Bring it out.
They don't know how to do nothing but dress and go in there and oppress each other. It's not set up for life, man. It's set up for death.
That's right.
Go to college. You get out of college, you're in debt. Now you're working. You ain't even got to go to college and you're in debt.
That's right.
You're working every day of your life, man.
Bring it out.
Do you make enough to go take that trip to Cancun? Take the family to Disneyland? Do you make enough? But some of you so comfortable, even though you don't make enough, it's okay. We just drink a beer around here. Some of you don't want to put on Christ, man. Read.
And Christ said unto them, I am the bread of life.
Christ said, I am the way. He keep telling y'all the same thing. All these teaching, all these classes. I am the way, and you still want to do it your way.
Bring it up.
It's sad. It's sad that you see people come in, man, and they don't want to get right. You see these brothers, they want to go start camp. That ain't the way of Christ, man.
That's right.
That's just some nigga stuff, man.
Bring it out.
Christ said we need to be gathered and building.
That's right.
When you got people that can't be up under one umbrella, they got the skedaddles. Read up.
He that cometh to me
He that cometh to me, read.
shall never hunger.
You never go hungry, man. But see, you so dependent on your slave master. You so dependent on a system. Every your whole thoughts, man. I can't give up. You can't even understand. We getting the best food coming from that land.
Bring it out.
You getting the best medicine for your body instead of putting this garbage in your system.
That's right.
Some of you so comfortable giving you, and some of you still giving your children that milk, man.
Bring it out.
You don't suppose, why do a calf wean off for about 8 or 9 months?
Bring it out.
Why is it? They gave you all milk does the body good. They know milk will destroy you because it's got 2 different sugars in it, man.
That's right.
We still want to be doing the things that dum-dums do, man. You ain't got to smoke crack because the system is cracking.
That's right.
Right.
See, your mind is still on crack, man. You think about it, all that sugar you don't ate as a child.
Bring it out.
You know, I heard somebody talking about, man, their child. It was the deacon in Carolina, man, how a child eating from their garden. That's how healthy his child is. Y'all don't want to eat from the garden because you don't want to tell you something. My grandmother's out there, 70 years old, out there in that garden.
That's right.
Bring that up.
She knew what was
Bring it
important.
out. Bring it out.
See, the sisters, they don't got lazy. The brothers, they don't got lazy. They the Walmarts. Go to Walmarts, there's a line out there.
Bring it out.
What we waiting on, man? They giving us numbers this week so we can buy and get what. Tell you something, man. When you can do for yourself, that's when you become a man or a woman.
That's right.
When you want to depend on someone else, you want to be an adult. See, an adult is just dummies, man. See, you think you're an adult because you got your own place. But what you doing, you paying rent. Do you know how much rent you're going to get into this? How much money you're going to give away? And how much none of that money returns to you?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Some of you don't even think, man. Read,
And he that believeth on me shall never thirst.
You're never going to thirst for understanding of how to survive, how to live, how to follow Christ. Read.
But I said unto you
Read on.
that ye also have seen me and believe not.
Read on, now.
All that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. For I came down from heaven, not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me.
See, we still want to do our own thizzle. See, we want to still do our own thizzle around here.
Bring it out.
We still want to do, let me tell you something. Some of you can be getting together, talking, be on that phone, trying to do something together.
That's right.
You got to do it by yourself.
Bring it out.
Some of you can be trying to work something together with them, because you're afraid, man. I'm going to tell you something. Some of you like that text message. Text me what you going to get.
Gone.
What they going to get?
Gone.
What they going to get?
Gone.
You better call me. We don't even want to talk. We don't even want to communicate no more. People don't even speak no more.
That's right.
Some of you never receive phone call from family members and want to go over there where they at, and they looking at you like, oh.
Bring it out.
Well, who are you?
Bring it out.
Bring that up. Bring it out.
I tell you the truth. I had my children like that coming at me this week. Daddy rich, huh? Daddy's supposed to be a bank. See, I'm that credit card they come slide. Nah, not with me, they not. See, I don't play it with them either.
That's right.
See, because I'm going to let them go out there and run and bump their head.
That's right.
See, because I know I was out there. I was out there once before, man. You have a slim opportunity to do anything. And once you're out your 20s, it's over with.
That's right.
That's right.
Read.
And this is the Father's will which has sent me,
We're supposed to be doing the Father's will. Why are we not doing the Son's will in here no more? Read.
that of all which he hath given me I should lose nothing,
Read on.
but should raise it up again at the last day.
He said he's going to raise us back up. He's going to raise us back up to what we were. All we want is wives, slaves, mansions, crown.
Bring it up.
Out.
We want everything else, but we don't want to work for it.
Bring it out.
That's what's wrong with these peoples, man. That's why you see so many Israelites running around here following men. I seen a dude out there calling himself Christ.
Uh-oh.
He said he was Isaiah 96 or 69. He said he was that child. And I was just like, they getting bugged out around here, man.
Bring it out.
They're starting to get bugged out around here because that power, absolute power, man, and your thoughts that you think you something when you're nothing.
All right. Bring that out.
That's what kills people. They want it. Let me tell you something. You got a 100-yard dash. You want the finish line before you start.
Bring it out.
You're already seeing the accolades, the trophies, the medals, and you ain't even started the race yet.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Read,
And this is the will of him that sent me,
read.
that everyone which seeth the Son
He that knoweth the Son, read.
and believeth on him
And believeth on him, read.
may have everlasting life.
What are people doing then, man? What you got your fridges on for? It look good? This is when you know, man. When you know, man, what's important in life. Some people, they out here battling with things, man, and don't want counsel. They rather let it destroy.
Bring it out.
And what destroys a lot of people is that fake money.
That's right.
That monopoly money destroys a lot of people, man.
Right. That's right.
Because let me tell you something. If you ain't formulated a plan and you just running into doing something, a business or something, you better make sure what you're doing, man. What we've been doing, what we've been doing? We've been learning from our mistakes.
Bring it up.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is a business. We've been learning from our mistakes.
That's right.
Tearing up stuff, man. Don't know how to work the equipment. Don't know nothing about nothing. But we learning as we go through the opportunity. This is the plan that Christ got for us. We're gonna work Christ's plan, and it'll take care of all of us.
Bring it out.
It'll take care of all of us. But see, some of you don't believe. See, the thing is, when you start believing in Christ, you'll start believing in what the things that was going on.
That's right.
Read,
And I will raise him up at the last days.
keep going back to raising us back up to what we were. Were we application peoples? Was we peoples looking for Section H? Was we people that love food stamps? It's okay to get it. But shouldn't you be wing? Let me tell you something. What about when they start shutting that down? Right now, you know, housing, man. People been on housing for since 2010.
Man.
And you're looking at the what they're doing here, how they're raising gas up. Gas was just what, $2. Now it's what, $3. It's up close to $4. We're not thinking as a people, man. See what we love to do. We love to listen to the mess that's going on in this world and gravitate to it. Y'all will have a good conversation about Kanye West.
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
You'll see people there push everything else, but they won't push this truth. They won't share these videos. They're not gonna do that, man, because their mind is locked in sin. That means their mind is in death, because they don't want nobody else. You know, you start making yourself look like a hypocrite. Read,
Then the Jews then murmured at him.
See, when you're trying to show people the way to life, they're not gonna like it.
That's right.
Because they they figure the things that in this world, you know, an actor, people's looking for things that they're never gonna accomplish.
That's right.
You're never gonna accomplish the 20 million club.
Bring it out.
You're never gonna accomplish being a millionaire by yourself.
Bring it out.
You have to have help. And none of these corporations, all of them piggyback off somebody else.
That's right. Bring it out.
You thinking somebody raised up there give you that lie? You thinking LeBron became LeBron without all the help, all the needles he done been stuck with? Y'all better understand, man, this is not a do it myself, my way. It's about a nation. When people come in, it's hard. Because guess what the world don't touch? Don't trust your own people.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
They don't touch you now. You know, you go to the hood, get your car mechanic, he mess it up even more.
Bring it out.
Now you can't trust nobody, you know.
Bring it out.
You bought something from this sister on Facebook, she don't even send you your products.
Bring it out.
See, we are our own worst enemies.
That's right.
Bring it out.
We'll believe in everything out when we should be doing everything from within.
That's right.
Read,
Because he said, I am the bread which came down from heaven.
see, that's the life. Read.
And they said, is not this Christ, the son of Joseph?
Hold up. I thought he was an angel son.
Bring it out.
And people get mad when you try to tell them it wasn't no magic going on, man. You know, angel fly out the sky and have, what was he doing in the bedroom with Mary?
Bring it out.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Wouldn't that be fornication?
That's right.
Uh-oh.
Bring it out.
Would Mary be considered as a hold-in?
Bring it out.
There it is.
That's right. Bring it out.
Well, I'm telling you, we were so stupid that we didn't know we were stupid.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
I still see people going in there to Walmart buying Christmas trees. I'm like, what? Don't you have, you know, our tree, we had a tree so long you couldn't even bend it out no more. Tree looked like it was on crack in the house.
Right. Thanks.
Looked like that Charlie Brown tree.
Whose father and mother we know. How is it then that he's saying, I came down from heaven?
He said, I came down from heaven. Read.
Christ therefore answered and said unto them, murmur not among yourselves.
That's what the problem be, man. Our people love it. Because that's the spirit. You thinking that spirit ain't got worse?
Bring it out!
See, because we think it's mental illness. No, it's not. It's just somebody that's just uneducated in the mind, ain't been taught nothing since a child. That's what mental illness is. Someone that don't know nothing. Someone that don't even know how to feed themselves. That's what mental illness is. Someone ain't teaching their children nothing. The way that you teach your children, man, I'm going to tell you something. My grandma woke me up every morning when I stayed with her. Pick up the cigarette butt. But I don't smoke. But you better get out there and get them cigarette butts out the door. I thought it was some crime for them to ask me to go do something. Peel these beans. We wasn't eating for free around there. We were children. We were working.
That's right.
Get out here and work in this garden with me. You tell these children this now, man, they get mad as hell. See, cause I come in there, man, if I had my children, I'd take that PlayStation and stomp it right in front of them. Yeah, you mean that, ain't you? I'm gonna tell you something. My children won't be hungry.
That's right.
Because I'm gonna build them up to eat. And that's what y'all are getting done. Built up to learn to eat,
right.
to survive. Read.
No man can come to me except the Father which has sent me draw him.
Read on.
And I will raise him up at the last day.
He keeps saying he's gonna have to raise us back up. Why we don't want to stand up, man? Why we awaken and still asleep?
Bring it out.
We still comfortable with the system.
That's right.
You hear about the pensions around here. People say, you know, these people's not gonna be getting their pensions and their 401k plans, man. You see how they doing everything.
Right.
And we still holding on to what? We don't believe in ourselves. That's the biggest thing, because they taught us not to believe in our own self. Read,
It is written in the prophets.
It's written in the prophets. Read.
And they shall be all taught of God.
We're going to be what?
All taught of God.
No, we're going to do magic. We're going to do miracles. What good is that going to help somebody that's a sinner?
Bring it out.
It ain't going to help him out. We dunk him underwater. They're going to come up back a sinner.
That's right.
Read.
Every man, therefore, that hath heard and hath learned,
Heard what?
hath heard and hath learned.
See, that's the problem. Our people don't want to learn. They want to stay where they at. They don't want to build. We need to learn how to function, build our own houses, man. It's cheaper. I put a post about 15 years ago. You pay $100,000 when you buy this house. You put down $2,000. You still paying $100,000. You got closing costs, all these other things.
Bring it out.
When you get through paying for that house, you're gonna be on pay $400,000.
Bring it out.
Right.
Something about the math, right? Same thing for financing a $20,000 car. You're gonna be on pay $40,000 or $50,000 for it.
That's right.
How? Even if you go to rent a center, they rob you too. We love being robbed as a people, don't we, man? That's why the scriptures say, robbed and spoiled, man. They robbed and stupid. Everything you do is to get you.
That's right.
There's nothing set up here. That's why they keep you so in debt with bills. To keep you where you can't even think. Keep you on a job 40 hours a week and you're not preparing to exit.
Bring it out.
You can't do it by yourself, man. What children are you going to leave it to? The ones out here in this world, they're going to destroy it. And I'm just telling y'all, man, we have to do better. Read,
And hath learned of the Father cometh unto me.
that anybody that learns, man, will come to Christ. Jump down to verse 30. Where we at? 51.
Verse 51. I am the living bread.
He say what?
I am the living bread,
Christ say, I am the life. Read.
which came down from heaven.
Read on.
If any man eat of this bread,
Eat of this bread. Read.
he shall live forever.
Man, I don't know what y'all, man. Let me tell you something. I never seen a roach get his gut stuffed out. His buddy come up, hey man, won't you get me too? I never seen a rat be in the trap. Open it back up, man. I want to go with my brother.
Bring it out.
But that's how you think in your mind.
That's right.
No one has never said, man, you got that pistol on your partner and blew his brains out. Say, man, hit me next.
Bring it out.
We just don't understand how mine is just mush. Read.
If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world.
He said, I'm going to give it for the... What are you giving, man? What have you given and what have you learned? What have we learned as a people? What have we learned? We ain't learned that this whole thing is just... It's like, you know, a show that is not right. We don't understand, man. Nothing here is not right. Where most of our people's in the ghettos? We have a chance to change things. We have a chance to change lives. But we still don't believe. We still don't believe. What are your grandchildren going to do? What are your babies going to do if you don't do it for them?
Bring it out.
Read, huh?
The Jews therefore strove among themselves.
They battle. They see now when you try to get in somebody's head, man, they don't understand. They don't change their conversation. This week, like I told you last week, how many people made that call last week, checked on somebody?
Bring it up.
See how the hands don't go up? People's hurting out here, man. Y'all won't even pick the phone up.
Teach.
How many of y'all called your sister? How many? Look how many few hands. It's sad. How many of you brothers called?
Bring it out.
Commented. See? It should be every hand should be up.
That's right.
That's right.
That's when you know we all one like Christ. Read.
How can this man give us his flesh to eat? Then Christ said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you.
See, you're not going to have no life in you, man. If you're not accepting Christ, putting on Christ, we're supposed to be Christ-like. How are we going to let our light shine being who we were? This thing here, man, doing the Father's will, Yah's spirit, fire coming down from heaven, that blessing, how are we going to receive it?
Bring it out.
Just like I did this once. I said I'm going to play the lottery. I said I'm going to go get some tickets. I really want to help them, Lord. As soon as I got them, it was like, no, you can't help them like that way. They'll kill you.
Bring it out.
So they'll kill you. They already want to kill you, but they'll really kill you then. You can't help them like that. You got to make them get up and help themselves.
That's right.
See, they don't want to help themselves because they still want Walmarts.
Bring it out.
They still want Kroger's. They still want to fill out applications. They still want to be kings. They still want multiple wives. They still want the things that's not about me.
Bring it out. Bring that up.
That's the problem with our people.
That's right.
They still don't understand we're at war. And some of you thinking we can do what we want to do. I'm at war right now.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Because let me tell you something. When you can barely eat, you should be at war.
Bring it out.
See, a lot of you ain't at war because you okay giving the peoples your last. It become easy for Mr. Bill to rob you.
Bring it out.
Read.
Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life.
Let me tell you something. Once you start having life, man, you start thinking for yourself. Christ will make you think for yourself.
That's right. That's right.
Because once you put on Christ, you become Christ-like.
That's right.
When did Christ ever call a need for anybody of the Romans? Never. They always did their own thing. And they marched together and they stuck together. But you're going to have your Judas. Judas is a nation too.
Bring it out.
You don't think Judas, you got to understand, everybody thinks somebody dark-skinned is Israelite. That's what kills me in Israel.
Bring it out.
I never understand that. Everybody dark-skinned is an Israelite. That's how they think. We should be going, and I seen these knucklehead Israelites out there. We're at the Barcade Center. We support Kanye, but you won't support your brother in the truth.
Bring it out.
That's right.
I don't get it, man. Is that supporting somebody? Do Kyrie ever need anything?
Bring it out.
Ain't he making 30-some million this year?
Bring it out.
You Negroes out there on a balling on a budget, man.
That's right.
You ain't even got a budget to you ball, man. You out here talking you supporting somebody.
That's right. Teach them.
And it be this thing with this Hebrews to Negroes. And it should be Negroes to Hebrews or something. Shouldn't the title be changed? And how did he get in the theater without the approval of the upper chairmen?
Bring it out.
How? In Magic Johnson Theater. How did he get in there?
Teach.
Y'all better start understanding, man. They working us in all facets of this, man.
Bring it out.
They working us, and y'all don't know that they working us, and y'all bites into it. Still won't share. None of y'all won't even out there. They won't share nothing that we doing in here. They want Kanye.
Bring it out.
Because they want some likes.
Bring it out.
That's what they looking for, man.
That's right.
Some shares, some likes,
That's right.
some notoriety. Yeah, he put a post that every other dummy doing. Everything they doing, man, they run inside. They see what works and don't work. They working both ends. Read.
And I will raise him up at the last day.
I'm going to raise him up. And he keep going back. How can he raise us up when we still want to be slaves? How? You're a slave locked in your mind that you still want to depend on people that hate you. I tell my wife every day I got me, McDonald's be calling me. You know, you get hungry, you ride by there, and be like, man, it's like everywhere in it.
That's right.
McDonald's like the national crack house, man.
Bring it out.
Everywhere. You go in the airport, McDonald's ain't. Walmart, McDonald's ain't. You know? If you go to jails, they got a McDonald's in jail.
Bring it out.
They got these same restaurants everywhere you go.
Bring it out!
Why is not a different change of restaurants?
Bring it out.
It's the same Burger King, Wendy's. And we still want to try to do it in this system, man, that already set up a system for slaves.
Bring it out.
Set up a system for slaves? Where we at,
Verse 55.
Verse 55?
Yes, sir.
We're going to stop there. Give me Romans 12 and 20.
Bring it out.
Let me get moving, man. You know the thing is, man, everything they have done, they just running programs on us, man. This is the one right here. Read this out.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 20.
Read on.
Therefore, if thine enemy hunger,
If thy enemy hunger, read.
feed him.
Why we ain't doing that, man?
Bring it out.
There's a lot of people out there, man, that's lost too.
Bring it out!
From other nations, within the nation. Should we be feeding him?
Bring it out.
Can they help us?
Bring it out.
Can anybody that's got fringes on help us do anything right now?
Bring it out.
They want to help pull things down. They want you to believe in the madness. Let me tell you something. A lot of these camps, man, what they do, they see something going on, they all got videos on it.
That's right.
They worldly camps. See, they looking for some notoriety to get some more peoples in there, man. They not looking for Christ and building the peoples up, right? Read.
If he thirsts,
Read.
give him drink.
Let me tell you something. Ain't that Christ-like?
Bring it out!
Bring it out.
Ain't you sure some of your sisters and some of your brothers don't even do it? Because in your mind, you might have some dislike for somebody.
Bring it out.
You don't even know that you're supposed to be Christ-like.
That's right.
Read.
For in so doing,
If you do these things, read.
thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
You're going to teach him to be Christ-like. And that's what you thinking we coming in here doing. You thinking we coming in here doing this because, you know, you get to be on the videos and people see you. Man, let me tell you something. You become more hated.
Bring it
Bring it out!
Because we're not teaching the same lie. And you know what? And all that stuff we don't learn. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Everything we learned from all that one garbage mess was to be wicked Israelites.
That's right.
Sinners, man. Dummies, man.
Bring it out.
We following the program of man.
Bring it out.
But when we stepped out of that program, oh, they got evil eyes for us, man.
That's right.
Y'all don't hate the white man no more. That's all our doctrine is about. Hate the white man.
Uh-oh.
Bring that out.
You pull that from that doctrine, man. They be out there on the street corners there. They be out there just looking around, standing. They don't know what to say.
That's right.
Because they believe in somebody, and the scriptures are not saying that. That means that these, and you know, a lot of people, they want to be precept kings.
Bring it out.
Read up.
Be not overcome of evil.
See, when you become overcome with evil, you think just like the evil peoples. And that evil is a curse. Read.
But overcome evil with good.
We're supposed to overcome evil with good. Do good to thy neighbor. Do good to thy brother and sister. Why are we not doing that, man? I want y'all to pick that phone up, man, and start doing some good.
Bring it out.
Start checking on your family, man. Start checking up on them, man. Call them, and you know, and it might get on their nerves. They be like, man, that love right there, man, it's just a little much. Because people ain't used to it.
Bring it out!
They're not used to it, man. They're not used to calling each other. This is the thing that we need to start doing, man, being more supportive for each other.
That's right.
Exodus 13 and 21. We still sleep. We don't want to put on and once you start putting on YAH and these scriptures, you become alive. And people see you. Your family members, they'll see you, they'll start calling you. You know, I ain't calling them no more. Read this right quick, God.
Exodus chapter 13 and verse 21.
Read.
And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud.
See, they thinking this is some pillar of a cloud floating up in the sky, just like they think about a ship. Everybody, see, these Israelites, they wait for Christ to get here so they can just get in the kingdom and continue being wicked, man.
Bring it out.
They wait for a ship to pick them up. Where it's taking them to? Ain't Israel being occupied? Where's ships gonna land, man? Do we got a ship program somewhere that we don't know about?
Bring it out.
Some of this stuff is just stupid that they do. And you know, they be watching the video, they see a little white dot in your video. Oh man, it was a charity in your video. I'm like, I'm out there, I didn't see nothing. And when you tell no charity, but the person being seen smoking a cigarette or something. Smoking some weed, yeah, you seeing a charity, yeah. You don't know what they putting in this weed now, man. Read out.
To lead them the way.
See, this was Moses set up to lead them. You always got to have prophets to lead the peoples, man.
Right.
Read.
And by night.
And by night, read.
In a pillar of fire.
In a pillar of fire, read.
To give them light.
To give the nations that light of Christ, read.
To go by day and night.
To go by day and night. This is a lifestyle. Give me Psalms 104 and 4.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
See, we get caught up, man. We want to believe the lies, man. We just want to be, I don't know, man. I think it's just, we've been so docile so long, man, that it takes, it just, and the thing is, sisters and brothers and sisters, if one of y'all set up a company, y'all may be able to help your brother.
Bring it out.
You might be able to help your brother that ain't able to do it on that level. Because everybody's not able to do it on that level.
That's right.
So what you doing and what I do, I try to help you. You call me, I'm going to tell you. I want to see you succeed. Do it for Christ. And it'll come to light and you can help your brothers and sisters. Sisters got something over here, do it. And let me tell you something. People just ask some questions. How we going to take this to the next level? We can feed each other off this. Right. You can't just sit back, man. Right. Take this serious. Read this, up.
Psalms chapter 104 and verse 4.
Read.
Who maketh his angels spirits?
Who maketh his angels spirits? Read.
His ministers.
His ministers. Read.
A flaming fire.
A flaming fire, man. That's a light so the peoples can see. That gives you that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding to be able to come and teach people. That's right. I had to tell a brother this week, man, take a stick and go out in the back and beat yourself to death, man. I ain't even gonna take the stick. You do it yourself, man. We over there doing all this, man, and you ain't what? You know, you gotta be love somebody to love them that much, man.
Amen.
Read on,
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 10.
Read.
Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together.
That's what he's trying to get us to understand. With us being individuals, we will never achieve anything, man. We're too far behind.
Right.
We're going to have to do this as a nation. This is why they don't read their Bibles, man, because this here is not important no more. Read.
And I will make them hear my words.
I'm going to make them read.
That they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth.
Read on.
And that they may teach their children.
Hold up. I thought it was about the miracles, the ships, the chips, the wives, the crowns. That's what it's been in Israel. That's all it's been about. It ain't been about the peoples.
That's right.
It's about people lording over others, man.
Read out.
Read.
And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven.
Hold up. What did the mountain do?
Burned with fire unto the midst of heaven.
The mountain burned with fire. Let me tell you something. And the peoples came and stood under the mountain. When you got good leadership, the good leadership will become a light.
Bring it out.
And you will see it. You will see it by their actions. And you got people always talking about good leadership, don't they? They hate good leadership, man. They don't want people to understand. Because let me tell you something. This is just like being in a house. Like, we like mothers and fathers. Some children got to get spankings, you know. That just has to happen sometime.
Right, sir.
Somebody got to get sent to the corner. See, a lot of you don't do it. Y'all send the children to the corners anymore.
Bring it out.
Don't turn your head. Don't turn that. Hey, they trying to look back and see what's going on. Hey, yeah, I know you're missing something.
That's right.
That's all we doing, man. When you come to us, you might not like what we say, but what we saying is gonna help you.
Right.
Read.
With darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire.
See, the Lord have to speak unto you out of the midst of his messengers. Right. He have to speak unto you that way. You thinking the Lord gonna come down here and deal with this? No, man. We let me tell you something. I don't even think we 10 years positive in this truth.
Bring it out!
Bring it out.
We may be 2.5, maybe a year. But when you start really seeing people truly coming in, buying in, man, we start moving.
That's right.
We can move anything we want to do, man. We can do anything that we want to achieve. Don't y'all want that? Don't y'all want to live easy? Don't you want your thoughts to be easy? Don't you want to wake up in the morning and know?
Bring it out.
When you wake up in the morning, you don't know what's going to happen.
That's right.
You don't know if that landlord going to sell that building or what.
Bring it out.
You don't know. So you living on smoke. It can evaporate any second.
That's right.
Read.
Ye heard the voice of the words.
You heard the voice of the words of Moses. Read.
But saw no similitude. Only ye heard a voice.
Read on.
And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments. And he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone. And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments.
Hold up. You know the Bible keep going back to that word to teach. That's the thing that we don't want. Read.
That ye may do them in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Read on.
Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves.
Some of y'all don't really consider. You know, just like that man out there with that gun, man, when he get ready to pull that trigger, did he consider that 25 to life?
Bring it out.
Did he consider he gonna have to go in there and fight for his boot, what they call booty cheeks? Did he consider these things, man? Did he consider nobody is gonna send him come and say? Did he consider all these things?
Bring it out.
Show you how low. And you know, I was talking. I seen somebody come on the video. He talking about school. We need school. I'm like, you idiot. So the crime rate is so high because of we didn't have school, or is it high because we had school?
Bring it out!
Bring it out.
Most of the children going to school now is for sex.
Bring it out.
Teach!
They're not going to learn nothing no more, man.
Bring it out.
They got too many drugs. You can buy weed in a gummy bear now, man.
Bring it out!
Big fact.
Children going to school to get high. You got your drug dealers up there, man. They driving Lamborghinis now.
Big fact.
You don't need your children need to be at home where you can keep an eye on them. In case one get out of hand, they might catch the golden hand.
Bars.
Read.
For ye saw no manner of similitude
See, sir, no matter, we're going to talk about this for read.
on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb, out of the midst of the fire.
Out of the midst of the fire, out of Moses' mouth. You saw no similitude. This was one way, man. We just been so long separated from the truth. We don't know what we doing no more, man. Y'all wake up in the morning, and I tell you, use your time wisely. A lot of you don't know time management.
That's right.
That's been the biggest problem.
That's right.
When you're at home, man, you spend some time, you know. But man, we got work to do.
That's right.
I'm telling you, in 5 years, we're gonna be some places you never would have thought, man.
That's right.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, being with these brothers, man, they say ideas, I go and meditate on them. See, I'm gonna say we're gonna work it. You know, because you ain't getting these thoughts on your own. You sitting around in the house, oh, I got that thought. No, you didn't. You was thinking about McDonald's. Read,
Lest ye corrupt yourself.
That's what happens when you spend so much time by yourself. When you're not really following Christ. Read.
And make you a graven image.
Some of it could be your husband or your wife, your graven image. Some of it could be that paycheck or that job or that dollar bill. See, some of you got graven images in your head, your idols. Some you love more than Christ. Read.
The similitude of any figure.
Any figure, read.
The likeness of male or female.
Why do you see in these camps, man? They got Sam, they got Jew, what are they doing? They got images of themselves as Christ. What are they doing?
That's right.
It's not, what are they doing? Are they not reading? When did Christ voided this out? Oh, well, he got on the cross and he died for that to be unimplemented. Why do they do it? Because they Scottish children, man. They do it because they don't have no understanding of this word. They don't have understanding of love. Following Christ, loving your brother and sister. And let me tell you something. I have no enemies. I might have enemies, but I have no enemies. You hear what I said? I have no enemies, but I have enemies. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't hate no one, man. Ain't no reason for me to hate somebody and never pay the bill.
Bring it out.
It never took me to a restaurant where I can eat on. Hey, I'm going to hate paying for this today. I'm going to charge hate today. See, some of the stuff y'all just be doing, man, be just like, y'all never watch these children do. Every weekend, what they do, they be loving to see each other, man.
That's right.
That's right.
They be wanting to see each other, man. They know where they going on the Shabbat. See, it's playtime for them, but it's learning time for y'all.
Right.
But they love it. When they see each other, their eyes light up. Y'all eyes don't light up yet, man.
Bring it out.
Exodus 33:17. Come on, open your eyes, man. It's time. It's time for us to be a better people. Read this right quick,
Exodus chapter 33 and verse 17.
Read.
And the Lord said unto Moses, I will do this thing also that thou hast spoken, for thou hast found grace in my sight.
When you doing the things that the Lord do, you're going to find grace in his sight, man. Who are you finding grace in? All you finding is grace in the sight of the beings that are destroying people. And they don't have no grace for you. Read.
And I know thee by name.
He said, I know thee by name. Are you still living and got a little secret sin? You know, some brothers, they watch a little porno, they think that's cool. Some sisters too. You might be watching men's.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
You need something like that to turn you on? What's wrong with your switch?
Bring it out.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
That's right.
And I just wonder why mans go to strip clubs. You going in there to pay $20 somebody to sit on your lap? Not me, homie.
That's right.
I don't burn money.
That's right.
First time I ever went, a dude tricked me, and I would never go. He said, man, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna pay the way in, you just buy the first drinks. I said, well, cool. I'm thinking if they pay the way in, that's the way the most costs coming. Drinks. That'll be $33. What the hell? Say, man, you do this the whole time, didn't you? You'd be a fool any day, man. That's why I don't venture in. I don't spend money like that, man. And then once you come in the truth, you know that that's degrading your sister. That's degrading your sister.
That's right.
Right.
But see, some people don't think like that. But read,
And he said,
read.
I beseech thee,
Read.
shew me thy glory.
Show me your honor, read.
And he said,
Read.
I will make all my goodness pass before thee.
This is the second thing. I'm going to make all my goodness pass before thee. Read.
And I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee.
I'm going to proclaim it. Read.
And will be gracious to whom I will be gracious.
Read on.
And will show mercy unto whom I will show mercy.
Why are we thinking that we supposed to do all this ourselves? You do this by your actions, your works, man.
Right.
You do this to show the Lord who you truly is. By your actions. Give me Exodus 9:23. Moses was a stand-up man. Do you see Moses? And why are you thinking the Pharisees and the scribes all want Moses' seat?
Bring it out.
They don't know what Moses went through, man.
Bring it out.
They were trying to kill Moses' own brother and sister talking about it.
Bring it out.
Read up.
Exodus chapter 9 and verse 23.
Read on.
And Moses stretched forth his rod towards heaven.
He stretched forth his rod towards heaven. Read.
And the Lord sent thunder and hail.
To thunder and hail. Read.
And the fire ran along upon the ground.
And the Spirit of Christ was along the ground. Read.
And the Lord rained hail upon the land of Egypt.
Destruction, man. Destruction. We don't know how much power we have once we come together.
Bring it out.
Right.
As a peoples, we don't know how much power we have. What if we all start doing just like Christ? What if we all start buying in, man, start believing, start listening, start getting the right counsel, start treating each other like we treat ourselves? How many of you been on that phone all day? Do it call you? Do it say anything? Or is you just watching images? Some of you don't even understand. I be getting locked in. I be on Facebook liking. I be strolling. I'm trying to find some of y'all stuff to share. But it'll hook you. It's a hook.
That's right.
You watching it on TV, you say, I'm going to turn the TV off after this video right here. What happened? 2 or 3 more videos. You easily hook because that's how you've been raised. They were programming you from a child. See, because when I was a child, television went off at nighttime.
That's right.
Psalms 11:5. Some television went off. Television 24/7 now. The children be up now watching all kind of stuff at night. All kind of Disney wicked channel. Let's deal with this rain from hell, man. Read this out.
Psalms chapter 11 and verse 5.
Read.
The Lord trieth the righteous.
See, the Lord gonna try the righteous. Read.
But the wicked,
read.
And him that loveth violence,
Read on.
his soul hateth.
He hate that, man. Did y'all hear that? Read that last part again.
Him that loveth violence.
Him that loveth violence. Read.
His soul hateth.
Read on.
Upon the wicked,
read.
He shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and in horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup.
Let me tell you something, man. Is this what you really want? Is this what y'all want, man? Because you don't understand, man. A lot of people, they're going through it. Right now, people are going through it, man. I see homeless people out there, man. When I got to Dallas almost 30 years ago, man, I didn't see homeless people like that. Every corner. Living under bridges. Tents everywhere. You know what it is? It's the system. It's the drugs in the system. People ain't homeless because they out there trying to live straight. And let me tell you what your drug is. America. Some of your drugs, whatever country you in.
Bring it out.
Because you still, right now, well, we got a land beat. We don't even really get over there. But when I started telling brothers and sisters to start getting their stuff ready, man, get prepared, man, they really don't, they can't divorce the city. Because the city, and what you do in the city, name me something you do in your house or your apartment that is so outlandish that you can say that's great. Nothing. You can't come outside and don't be in one of these places where they got homeowners association. Give me Numbers 11 and 1.
Bring it out.
Man, it's like staying in another prison. This whole place is just a big prison, man. Numbers 11 and 1. And let me show you. Out of all these things, read this out.
Numbers chapter 11 and verse 1.
Read.
And when the people complain.
See, this is the problem, man. When you're trying to tell them to get up and do for themselves, follow Christ, this is what you get. They become victims. Read.
It displeased the Lord.
Y'all don't understand your actions. It will displease the Lord. Read.
And the Lord heard it.
And the Lord heard it. Read.
And his anger was kindled.
Read on.
And the fire of the Lord burnt among them.
See, now we got this other fire. We had fire of blessing. Now this is a fire of judgment. So you got your fire meaning several different things in this Bible. See, it did what to them?
The fire of the Lord burnt among them and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp.
You got to understand, man. Y'all thinking y'all somebody's not hearing the Lord understands everything, man.
That's right.
You're not hiding nothing. Been on that phone, you got people that like to talk to other people. Give me 2 Ezra 4 and 16. Let's get into the thick of the class. I just want y'all to understand how and so important putting on the Spirit of Christ is your only hope. There is no other hope. Read this out.
2 Ezra chapter 4 verse 16.
Read.
The thought of the wood was in vain.
See, it's just your thoughts, man. And you are that wood. You are those people. Your thought is vain. Don't you want to get that out your head? Some of you thinking about something you shouldn't be thinking about sitting up in here watching a video. Your thoughts, it's your thoughts that's going to destroy you. It's your thoughts that separate you from Christ.
That's right.
Read.
For the fire came and consumed.
That's what's going to consume it, the judgment, the curse, the evil. It's going to destroy you. Let's keep going. Give me Ezekiel 2:1. Let's get why we can't just love each other. You know, we got all over the world. You see all these fake things going on. You see all this. And right now, we're in the most wickedest time of year. I always say this. Because death going to go up. Wipe yourself out there.
That's right.
Do not be out there trying to buy stuff off the street, man. Unless you see it and you see it. Go plug it in before you buy it.
That's right.
Read that,
Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 1.
Read.
And he said unto me, Son of man,
Read on.
stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee.
Let me tell you something. When you're standing upon your feet, you're showing by your actions, man, what you want to do in life. What a man sitting on the couch, what good is it going to do him? That shows that he got a slothful mind. Right. To be sitting, you have to have a slothful mind to be sitting up there playing a PlayStation, man. Because I can go back to PlayStation 1. Ain't too much change from PlayStation, whatever they got out now. They still got the same X and O's and triangles. They still got the same plays. It might do a little bit different here or there, but it ain't too much different. The graphics might be better. Read.
And the Spirit entered into me.
See, when you stand up on your feet, you will want to become a nation. We should become a nation. That's how the Spirit is going to enter into us. We can't be sitting around waiting on our enemy. Read.
When he spake unto me,
Read on.
And set me upon my feet,
Read on.
that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me,
Read.
Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel,
Read on.
to a rebellious nation.
That's what's wrong, man. Read.
That have rebelled against me.
See, they do it against Christ. Read.
They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
Even unto this very day. Give me Daniel 9 and 11. Let's see what happens. Because we don't understand, man. We are living in darkness. And judgment is happening around us so frequently, man. And what I hear people on television, this never happened in our neighborhood. See, the sickness is overtaking the peoples now.
That's right.
And the peoples are reacting to what they call, they have never been taught nothing, but y'all call it mental illness here.
That's right.
When you ain't never instilled in a person nothing about life, what are they going to see? Death. Read,
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing.
See, a lot of you just don't feel like this is very important to you. A lot of you really don't even keep some of the 10. Read.
That they might not obey thy voice.
Read on.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
What is a curse? That's some evil, man. Some dangerous. Let me tell you something. Y'all don't know suicide amongst family members is very high now. And I'm gonna tell you something. They living in some of the best houses. Let me tell you something. This curse, I don't care what your zip code is, it's gonna touch you.
That's right.
Read on.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
Read on.
And he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges, and judged us by bringing upon us a great evil.
A great evil. Read.
For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
These are the peoples. Read.
As it is written in the law of Moses.
In the law of Moses. Read.
All this evil is come upon us, yet made we not our prayer before the Lord our God, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth.
Understand his truth. Read.
Therefore hath the Lord watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For the Lord our God is righteous in all his works which he doeth. For we obeyed not his voice.
His voice is his ministers to come and teach you.
That's right.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. They're awakened, but they still sleep. They don't want to accept the teaching. A lot of people, like I say, when you accept something, let me ask you this. How many of you go to school and never take a note? How many of you pass a class that way? You passed the class that way, never took a note? So you just went in there and just listened. I can't believe it, man. You had to be listening to remember then. Because if you're going in and you taking something very serious, this is serious to people's lives. So when we're teaching these classes, it's good to take notes.
That's right.
So you'll be able to, one day, it could be your day. It could be your day to teach the people because you haven't really came in and built your foundation. When you go to my house, I got a lot of books. Some of them ain't worth nothing. When you go in there, you're going to see a lot of tablets, a lot of paperwork.
That's right.
I do classes. I be doing a class and I don't even do it. I just keep my notes because I be in my Bible studying different things. So, very important if you're going to retain something, because if you didn't remember something throughout that year, how you going to remember it if you have never took a note?
Bring it out.
Hosea 5:15.
Bring it out.
I'm just being serious. I just come here to talk to you today because a lot of you don't really be understanding what we be sitting up in here doing. Because some of you thinking, well, my husband took the notes. My wife taking notes. Can your husband or wife get you in the kingdom?
Bring it out.
Read this out.
Hosea chapter 5 and verse 15.
Read on.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
See, some of you feel like you're going to get in on your own merit or something, man. You don't have to really follow. And let me tell you something. Order in your own house, you'll have order in the church. Order in your own house, you'll have order in your life when you leave outside your house.
That's right.
Right.
When you got order, it's easy to function in a messed up world.
That's right.
If you ain't got order, it's gonna be chaos everywhere you go.
That's right.
Read.
And seek my face.
And they don't, that's the problem. And you seek it, man. If you look at my Bible, man, I got white eyes. I've been had, this is one I had when I first got in, I bought it. Because I came in with an NIV. I was out there on the streets, I'm like, man, the scriptures ain't matching up to my Bible. I was a babe. Read.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
When you're going through affliction, when you're going through trials, and you're going through all these things in your life, you're going to seek it. But what if you had a foundation and you already had a lot of this information, and maybe you was borderline on 95, 98%, it'll be easy to correct whatever you're going through. But if you coming in and you just going through 50%, 40%, 30%, it's going to be hard as hell. Ezekiel 2 and 4. What I see is when people come in the truth, they don't come in. They come in tap dancing, man, thinking this is Christianity. See, like a lot of the older folks, they want it to be like the church. See, where they come in, the choir going all, preaching, running across the stage, doing backwards flips. See, that's what they want. They want entertainment. See, because a lot of times they haven't really learned. You understand that the majority of our grandparents, they dropped out of school.
That's right.
And I'm going to tell you something. Some of the most successful people left school.
That's right.
Get out.
Big facts.
And started their own. Read on now.
Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 4. For they are imputed children.
They are imputed, man. That means that you don't like you don't like for no one telling you nothing. You don't really like to learn. You still got the lying in your system. You don't really like to be truthful. Because to be truthful, you have to be somebody that you wasn't when you came in this truth.
That's right.
See, you don't want to change your garment. You still want to be the same person that you was out in that world. And let me tell you something, being truthful in your house, man, is so beautiful.
That's right.
It's like music, man, like a choir. It's just so beautiful. Because when you're in your house, just like being in here and someone lied to you, what do? They just deceive you. That's what lying do, it deceive people. And when you're seeking counsel, why don't you be truthful? Some of you out there seek counsel, man. Let me tell you something. I know I was talking to Ox sitting right up here, and he was telling me, he said, man, you told me this 2 years ago if I'd have just listened. Some of you just don't know. Sometimes it takes for you to run into that wall. And then you be like, damn, I had all the information. I tell you, it took me one time and I listened to my dad. When he told me something one time and I didn't do it, Shit, my pockets was like that. So understand, a lot of the brothers up here, man, they don't seem it all, did it all, basically, in this truth. So counseling you to get yourself spiritually right. Some of them got worldly sense too. A lot of worldly sense because they don't seen a lot of things. They don't been through things. And let me tell you something. And here, when you're going through, you got that land and stuff, you grow up faster.
That's right.
You grow up real fast.
Right.
Because now you're learning to tackle the world. You can't tackle the world. If we all, it's like I tell all these brothers, they got land out there, but nobody want to go out there and do nothing. You got brothers that can have bee collection out there, man. That honey bee, man, I'll tell you something.
Break it out.
You don't want to use no talents because you're waiting on someone else, and I understand that too. But if you're never around, we never see you, then how you going to build your skills up?
That's right.
We're going to send you to the Joe Can't Get Right school. Read on.
And stiff-hearted, I do send thee unto them.
He said, I send you unto them. Read.
And thou shalt say unto them, thus said the Lord God.
Oh, we telling you what God is telling us to tell you. We're not telling you something that we want to tell you for our own self.
That's right.
For our own person. We're not telling you anything that the Spirit is not leading us to tell you, teach you. Read.
And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
When you counseling them, now never get back into that counseling. Read it again.
Whether they will hear.
See, when you telling them something, they don't want to obtain that. What's in their mind is destruction.
That's right.
Because they're not trying to hear. Read.
Or whether they will forbear.
Read on.
For they are a rebellious house.
He said he said you peoples are a rebellious house. How are you building your house? Some of you come in this truth, you come in here on fire, man. You be building your house, man, and all of a sudden you go cold, man. You ain't did no work on your house. It's just standing out there with the stubbles, man, and what they getting destroyed. We doing just like we do for the winter. And one thing that I was showing my wife that I'm coming to school, leaving, I say, look, none of these fireplaces going. Do you know having that fireplace will cut your bills in half?
That's right.
We just don't know. But read on.
Yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them.
Keep reading.
And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them.
He say, be not afraid of them. You know how people's always got your name. Somebody put my real name out on Facebook. I just can't believe that. Now, what if I said something about their real business? See, it's not. See, a lot of people like, well, they looking for us to do what they want us to do.
Right.
See, they not, and guess what? We ain't done nothing to nobody.
Man.
Can't nobody come and prove nothing. We always tell them the table right here.
That's right.
See, when you really know, but see, they can't tell you that. Read up.
Neither be afraid of their words.
See, the words, how they speak against you, man. Because everybody got hatred in their system and they haven't gotten that hate. Let me tell you, when you start to love you, everything become beautiful around.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just think if we go through life, we ain't had one argument all life. An argument would be foreign to us. What are you doing? That's not how we operate. You know, I came up here one day. I had to call Deacon Matthias, man. I came up here, you know how the door was, man. I come up here getting ready to go to work on it to get it open. And I grabbed it and it just opened. I said, God,
That's right.
I had to call him. I said, man, it kind of made me feminine, man. Coming up here, you had to fight this door, man. And this door, it just opened like this. If we make life easy on each other. See, I come up here with that old mentality. You got to fight. But when I open it, I said, man, I need the golden hand myself. I'm coming to go war with that door. And it just opened. Because my mind has been ingrained to what it used to be. What we still got that old mind, man. We need to let some of them things go.
Bring up.
See, I still be thinking about it. I be like, man, I'm thinking about it. I said, man, that door, man. Y'all don't understand that door when it's down like that. Woo! So, just getting that out of my mind, man. Something simple. Read.
Though briars and thorns be with thee.
See, you don't understand. We have peoples in here, man, that don't matter what we bring out, what kind of class we bring, they still don't listen. And the thing is, if sisters want to come and have a sister day, they don't stay over and have a Bible reading their Bibles, the school is available.
That's right.
The school is available for the sisters too.
That's right.
Just like the brothers. I would love to hear one of you new I come and say, man, when are we going to have like a, I want to build up on reading my Bible. They have Camp 101 every 2 weeks. People still don't show up. Read on.
And thou dost dwell among scorpions.
Scorpions, read.
Be not afraid of their words,
Read on.
nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Out of the Bible, you go through every prophet. Let me tell you something. See, Moses needed that AR-15 out there, man. Let me tell you something, man, because Christ needed one. And people really be thinking this Bible speaks about how the people were, how they hated Christ. They hated the word, but you go into Christianity church, you get all the hate you want. Because they're going to act like they love you. That's the same spirit. Read.
And thou shalt speak my words unto them.
He say you should come in here and teach. I heard Ox say, I got plenty of precepts today. Some of you should be in there like Poindexter in there writing, yeah, I got that precept, yeah. Or we send the classes out. Some of you should have tablets like these. Because one day you're going to be able to go back and see, this is the foundation. You got to build on it. You got to make it even clearer. Because a lot of this information we did not have. Read on, Art.
Whether they will hear.
See, that's the thing. When we telling people to come in, you want counseling, come in and tell us the truth. Don't hold nothing back because of your partner. Tell the truth. Read on.
Or whether they will forbear.
Read on.
For they are most rebellious.
Most. Give me Matthew 13:1. Most rebellious, man. Read this out.
St. Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 1. The same day went Christ out of the house and sat by the seaside.
Read on.
And great multitudes were gathered together unto him.
Read on.
So that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
Stood on the shore. Read.
And he spake many things unto them in parables.
Why? Why the similitudes? Why the parables? It's got to be a reason why, Israel. Because a lot of you been taught Christianity. See, Christianity tastes good, don't it? You see somebody walking on water, man. That sounds good, don't it? Somebody turning wine into water, man. Water into wine. You got a ship. You got your. I seen somebody say, I think it was Tuesday. This is the Shabbat. I'm like, man, you seeing sickness amongst the peoples. People's got problems with the Bible and they can't prove it. It's just proof. What you're seeing is the great mental illness amongst the Israelites.
Bring it out.
That's what you're really seeing. No one coming in here trying to speak to y'all. No one out there speaking to them. And then people's out there that's in them camps in school, they don't want to be taught Christ. They want that magic juice. That's all they want. They want to come in and man and ships and nuclear bombs going off. That's what they want. They want that Christianity church.
That's right.
That's what they want. Because if you giving them that, you giving them that band, that choir director, you giving them that pastor that like to run all across the stage. That's what you giving them. They're not learning nothing.
Right.
Read up.
Saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside.
Some gonna fall. Why are you thinking when you go out and you sow, you going out here and you teaching? Why are you thinking some people drop off? Some people stop following. Let me tell you something. If you building your house, and if you building the right way, why would you stop building it?
Bring it out.
Because some of you come in this truth and never start building your house. Some of you come in because of your husband, your wife. Some of you come in here, man, because you can't gather with people out there in the world. You can't comprehend them anymore. But some of you don't come in here and take this serious. Read.
And the fowls came and devoured them up.
And why are you thinking other people come and destroy you? Your parents, your children, your kinfolks. Because they know that you didn't come in here. And like I told you from the beginning of today's class, some of you ain't came in here and fought for yourself. Now I know we got a sister in here today. Now when she first came here, she was coming in here fighting. But that sister don't humble down so much, man. I don't hear nothing from her. I'd be like, something ain't right. You know, because when she came in here, she had been dealing with another sister. And her mind was out of there. And then when she came in here and we started battling, man, her was like Ali and Frazier sometimes. But she started humbling down and she started really trying. See, you got to, let me tell you something. I'm not going to lead you nowhere wrong.
Bring it out.
She finally started to trust. And then you can see her spirit start to change. She still might have a day or two she has to check that spirit, but when you understand, it happens less frequently. That's what you're looking for, y'all, in here. The things, because guess what? When you understand, give me Jeremiah 5:26. When you understand, man, there's people's out here waiting to take you out. Somebody could have took her out. Because there people's in her ear. But guess what she did? She hearkened. She listened. Read this out.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men.
So you don't understand. This is why I keep saying they are still asleep, man. Even though they got their fringes on, they still wicked.
That's right.
You got people still in here, might be still out there trying to talk to women's wives. They got wives already. You got men out here that's got fringes on, that's called themselves elders, and into all kind of abomination. They're not, let me tell you, we keep telling y'all, we work for y'all. Now, see, when you work for when you out there thinking you're supposed to worship your pastor, something wrong.
That's right.
That's Christianity. When you put your pastor, your elder on a pedestal, something is wrong.
Right.
When you really want to see your elder, you'll go out to the land, you'll see what we be.
Bring it out.
We'll be out there at war with the trees.
Teach.
Read, dog.
They lay wait.
They lay. And the thing is, they looking for somebody new, somebody weak. They'll lay in wait. This is how, when you don't come in here and you don't want to build yourself right, you want to call yourself awakened, but you still sleep, that means you ain't putting in no work. You're not studying. You're not trying to follow righteous men. Read.
As he that setteth snares.
See, he that set it. Let me tell you something. They might have been looking at you a year ago, seeing that you're not working right, seeing that you're not doing anything. You the one doing all the complaining. Let me tell you something. They might have been the one you said something to them that you didn't like something in here. See, they know now that they got you. Read.
They said trap.
They said what?
They said a trap.
See, they looking to catch souls, man, because they're not trying to be right. Read.
They catch men.
They catch men and women. Read.
As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit.
See, they like to lie. Read.
Therefore, they are become great.
See, and to some of y'all mind, some of these people that y'all think is great, they're not great. Read.
And waxing rich.
And waxing rich with wicked knowledge. Read.
They are waxing fat. They shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless. Yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge.
When you dealing, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Sitting in this seat, man, comes with a greater damnation.
That's right.
When we up here at this table, man, we call ourselves men of the Most High, leaders that mountain, and we lead in deception. There's a greater judgment on our head. Don't play with this. I keep telling y'all, man, I got a fire up here. You might well come stick your hand on there and see how long you can take it. Let me tell you something. When the Lord started to destroy you, he started from within. See, you might go to work for the next 10 years, things good, and all of a sudden you find out you're ahead in life. And all of a sudden you find out you got terminal ear cancer.
Bring it out.
See, that's a judgment. Just you think King David didn't catch that judgment when he lost a child?
Bring it out.
Did you see how he mourned? See, we don't think that it's gonna happen to us. We don't.
Shall I not visit for these things?
He says, "Shall I not visit for these things?"
Saith the Lord.
We don't.
Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
You don't understand when people are doing a lot of that phone, man. A lot of them phone, man. You know, we didn't used to have phones like that. You know, you go back into the 70s, they didn't have phones. You know, we first started getting cell phones. They were big as a house.
Right.
We started out with a beeper. You tell the children about a beeper, they don't know what you're talking about.
Bring it out.
Why are you thinking they created this communication thing to really docile us out, man? That's what it's for. Some of you spend more time in your phone than you spend reading your Bible.
Bring it out.
Read up.
A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land.
You see this wonderful and horrible. Read.
The prophets prophesied falsely.
You gotta understand. If you out here, how many people you see on Facebook with this, man? How you gonna teach somebody and you're not teaching them? Everybody can pull Christianity, pull scriptures.
That's right.
You got to prophesy. You got to be able to teach someone.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Read.
The priests bear rule by their means.
See, that's the method, man. They use certain precepts, like they say in GMS. You can write, but they don't want to read the scriptures right above, right below. Force. See, you can use what scripture? Many wives right now. How do we got multiple wives and we don't have multiple houses, multiple lands, multiple servants, multiple incomes?
Bring it out.
We want what we start where we should start, and it's gonna end up in destruction anyway.
That's right.
We don't.
And my people love to have it so.
They love being wicked. They love being backwards, man. Read.
And what will ye do in the end thereof?
What's gonna happen in the end thereof? Go back to Matthew, man, 13:5. See, the thing is, they're awake, but see, they're awake with the spirit of the Anti-YAH, man. They don't like Yah word. And look at the book, man. The book is not that big. And it ain't all commandments in here. This book not that big.
Teach.
It's a small book. But just this little book, it's hard for people to take it.
That's right.
We don't know.
St. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 5.
Read.
Some fell upon stony places.
Some fell upon stony places. You know, a lot of times when they leave, they go, they dealing with stony, you know, they dealing with other things that they shouldn't read.
Where they have not much earth.
Well, where are you going to get that earth? Where you going to someone that's going to be teaching you? You know, when I see people, man, I keep telling them, you need to be getting fed. You need to be learning. See, people, when I can tell when you're out the spirit, you don't even look, you don't even speak, you keep going. See, I know you're dealing with something and you don't want to say what you're dealing with. How can we help you? You can't just come in here and sit in here thinking that you're going to get a class and it's going to change your situation.
Bring it out.
Read.
And forthwith they sprung up.
Forthwith they sprung up. Read.
Because they had no deepness of earth.
See, you don't understand how deep this really is. You really need brothers and sisters around you that's strong in the scriptures that can help you. What about life? What about the part of life you're dealing with things that you shouldn't be dealing with, man? Give me Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 16, 5 and 6. What about part of life you're dealing with, man, that you shouldn't be dealing with? See, some people say, well, that's not breaking the commandments if I just sleep with my baby daddy. That's not breaking my commandments if I'm sleeping with my baby mama. We already got a child. But ain't you got another woman? Is that showing that lady any righteousness in the taking advantage of her? Read this up.
The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 6. Therefore, have we erred from the way of the truth?
Have we erred from the way of the truth? Read.
And the light of righteousness.
And the light of righteousness, read.
Hath not shined unto us.
Why are you thinking you're not getting this, man? Why are you thinking you're not falling in line with this truth? Why are you not getting the same spirit as we getting up here? Why? Why? Because you're not really applying the truth. You're applying your life. Read.
And the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us.
Why Christ not dealing with me? Why I'm not spiritually clean in the mind? Read.
We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction.
That's why. This is why. Because you still ain't gotten yourself, your mind to follow Christ. You still not thinking Christ, seeking the kingdom first. You still got other things in this world that's more important than Christ. Read.
Yea, we have gone through deserts where they lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
Why you haven't known it, Israel? Why y'all don't know it out there? Why y'all truly don't know Christ? Why? Why? The book is in your house every week. Why you don't pick it up? Why you don't pick up the phone and call people, man? Why you don't seek counseling? Why you not seeking counseling for the things that you weak in? Why? Why are we not picking up this Bible and building our ourselves spiritually.
Teach.
Read.
What hath pride profited us?
What? So now you understand what pride gonna profit you. You're still on the bottom. You're still treated like a second or third class citizen here. You're still living check to check. What is pride gonna profit you, man?
Bring it out.
Read.
Or what good hath the riches with our vaunting brought us?
What all that celebration, what have it brought you? It ain't gonna bring you nothing, man, but misery. Read.
All those things are passed away.
All of things, it's like life. This thing that we don't learn here, it's gonna pass away like drama. Drama is our most important thing in the nation. Read.
Like a shadow,
Read on.
and as a post that hasted by, and as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the keel in the waves.
Why? Y'all hold on to things, man, that is not going to benefit you. And study opening up your heart to Christ. And that's your mind. Open it up and truly accept Christ. I have to keep coming in, accept Christ. Accept Christ out there. And you'll find things are changing your life. When you accept Christ, you're going to accept his words. That's the only way to accept Christ.
Bring it out.
We don't know.
Or, as when a bird hath flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found.
It's gone. So the things that you're dealing with are very minute and small. Always read.
But the light air, being beaten with the stroke of her wings, and parted with the violent noise and motion of them, is passed through.
Read on.
And therein afterwards no sign where she went is to be found.
Read on.
Or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, it parted the air, which immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it went through.
Let me tell you something. It's just like the friends that you associate yourself with. I noticed this, that most people associate themselves with the kind of spirit that they are.
That's right.
And so when you talking to me, I'm seeing that I'm talking to that familiar spirit. So when we telling y'all we dealing with a familiar spirit, we know that some of the things that you're saying are some of the stuff that the people that you might be dealing with. When you're talking Christ, we're going to know that you're talking like us. When you're talking not Christ, we're going to know that you're not talking Christ. So when you're not talking spiritually, you're talking unrighteously. See, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. You should make things simple.
That's right.
So when you understand everything that you deal with, you don't been in bad relationships. You don't deal with this. It all passes away.
Bring it out.
You don't have to deal with it you don't have to concern yourself with the things that are not important in your life. What's important in life is finding your life. Read, dog.
Even so, we in like manner, as soon as we were born,
Even as we was born, read.
began to draw to our end,
Read on, dog.
and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own
Let me
wickedness.
tell you something. No virtue to show. What legacy are you going to leave?
Bring it out.
What are you going to leave that you stood up in this truth for Christ? What are we going to be saying, man? Sister such and such, brother such and such stood up for Christ, man. What are you going to leave? You still coming in, not taking this serious, man. I'm going to tell you something. Some of you just don't get it until tragedy comes.
Bring that.
Some of you don't get it, man, when you don't understand, man, if they laid everybody off, how long could you stay in your house? Huh? How long could you survive?
Bring it out.
Do you got enough talent to overcome it? No, you don't. So understand the importance of us doing it together. Read,
For the hope of the ungodly
See, for the hope of the ungodly, read.
is like dust.
It's like what?
It's like dust.
It's like what?
It's like dust.
It's like dust, man. Read.
That is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with the tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day.
But one day, man. So when you're not really understanding, man, you dealing with things that you shouldn't have to deal with. All you gotta do is come in, man, and open up. I ain't never seen people that just stay so closed-minded, man. So don't want somebody. Nobody care about your business, man. What I care about is you getting your business right.
Right.
What I care about is you making it, man. Before I leave here, man, I want to see everybody in a better situation. We out here fighting. Won't you fight for yourself?
Bring it out.
You want everybody to do all the fighting for you and you enjoy the benefits.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
If they was to cut us checks today, everybody think their check was supposed to be in the same amount.
Right.
Well, you got an extra zero. Why I ain't get an extra zero? Matthew 13:6, man. This is the sleepy Israelites that's walking around with fringes. Read this,
St. Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 6.
Read on.
And when the sun was up, they were scorched.
See, when the sun was up, they were scorched. Read.
And because they had no root, they withered away.
They come in this truth, man, and they just take it as vanity, man. They don't take it serious. They don't take this walk serious. A lot of you don't take this walk serious. That's why you're going through what you're going through, man.
That's right.
A lot of people that right now, I'm gonna say in about 2 years, you're gonna see people's living pillar to post. Right now, people's already, you try to find a 1-bedroom apartment, man, you can't find it. It's 10 people staying in 1 bedroom. It's gonna get tough out here, man. You thinking they finna let the rent back decrease rent, decrease cars, decrease all the stuff that this is how they profiting off y'all. We through with verse 6?
Yes, sir.
Give me Luke 9:51. See, because all we do is come in here and try to tell them, open their Bible, man. When you're at home, some of you still be calling your friend, girl, what scripture you read this week? And some of them still be able to tell you what scripture they read. Read this,
St. Luke, chapter 9 and verse 51. And it came to pass.
And it came to pass, read.
When the time was come.
When the time was come, read.
That he should be received up. He steadfastly set his face to go to Jerusalem.
He steadfastly set his face to go to the peoples. This is the time Christ was to be glorified, man. Read.
And sent messengers before his face.
And sent messengers before his coming. Read.
And they went.
Read.
And entered into a village of the Samaritans.
Read on.
To make ready for him.
And to make ready. What we doing is making ready. Read.
But they did not receive him.
Hold on, what?
They did not receive him.
Hold on, how do they do?
They did not receive him.
That's what y'all keeping. Y'all are not receiving the Spirit, man. Why don't y'all want to receive the Spirit? It'll change your life. It'll change your life.
Right.
It would change your life.
That's right.
We don't want that, man. This is why you understand when you see them out here, man, they bugged out. They're going to tell you this. You don't have to wear a dress now. Somebody showed me a woman back in the day who had on some pants, some spandex. Because somebody showed me a woman not dressing modesty.
Bring it out.
See, this is what they don't. See, they find little bits of why they don't have to do something. Because they want to go be a sinner. Read.
Because his face was as though he would go to Jerusalem.
Read on.
And when his disciples, James and John, saw this, they said, Lord, wilt thou that we command fire to come down from heaven?
They was trying to send judges and curses on these people, man. Because it's a person righteousness for just sitting around. A lot of you just sit around here don't truly want to accept Christ. A lot of you out there, a lot of you just don't want to accept this Bible because it's not being taught the way that you perceive it anymore. See, a lot of you still came in the truth, still got that one west in your chest. Some of you just don't want to understand that we're going to sing a new song, man.
That's right.
We're going to have better information, better understanding of the scriptures than the brothers that was for us, man. There's no knock on them brothers. They did the best of their abilities. But even they don't want to change. Read.
And consume them even as Elijah did.
Even as Elijah did, destroy them. Read.
But he turned and rebuked them.
And this is what we trying to keep telling y'all. Read.
And said, ye know not what manner of spirit ye are of.
Read on.
For the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives.
That's what they was talking about. Christ didn't come here to destroy, because some of you don't want to accept Christ. If you feel like he's trying to destroy your life. You just don't want to truly accept. Some of you don't want to accept your husband. Some of you don't want to accept your wife.
Right.
Some of you got all kind of things going on. Right. And that's why you can see that the man that got those kind of spirits, the woman, Christ didn't come here to destroy their life. They do it on their own.
That's right.
It's easy. Let me ask you this. If you're trying to go somewhere, right? And I'm telling you, just go down here, hit 35 North, and exit on Royal Lane. Is that easy? What's hard is if you don't go down with 35 in the exit Royal Lane. You might get there some other kind of way. But why make it hard for yourself? Christ didn't come here to destroy lives, man.
That's right.
Read it again for him, Mark.
For the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives,
Read on.
but to save them. And they went to another village.
This is what Christ came here to do. Give me Judah 8:24. Christ didn't come here, man. This thing, man, it's us. See, all they did was give us another spirit. They taught us to be fake thugs. They taught us to be wanksters. They taught our sisters to be whores, mouthy, running mouth. They taught us, that's the spirit that they taught us. And some of our people want to keep those spirits. Read this out.
Judah, chapter 8 and verse 24.
No.
Now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren.
This is the thing that I keep trying to get y'all to understand. Why are we not showing that example to our brothers and sisters? Read.
Because their hearts depend upon us.
Hold up. What do their mind depend upon?
Their heart depends upon us.
Everything we doing, and they depend on us.
That's right.
Read.
And the sanctuary and the house and the altar rest upon us.
It rests upon us, man. Read.
Moreover, let us give thanks to the Lord our God,
Let us give thanks, man. Read.
which trieth us, even as he did our fathers.
Even as he did our fathers. Read.
Remember what things he did to Abraham, and how he tried Isaac, and what happened to Jacob in Mesopotamia of Syria, when he kept the sheep of Lebanon, his mother's brother.
Read on up.
For he had not tried us in the fire,
He didn't try us in the fire. Read.
as he did them,
Read on.
for the examination of their hearts. Neither hath he taken vengeance on us, but the Lord doth scourge them that come near unto him to admonish them.
He's trying to reprove you, man. He's trying to build you better. He's trying to make you into the new $8 million man,
Right.
$8 million woman. Be better, man. So every week we should come in here, we should have something, man. We should be doing something better. We come in here, we got the same old news. Why are we not doing things? The nation depend on us, man. Right? It's very important. Give me Sirach 51 and 22. It's very important, man, what we do. Sometimes we don't like to be taught. We like to come in here and get entertained. See, cause that's why you watch a lot of television. Read that up.
Sirach chapter 51 and verse 22. The Lord hath given me a tongue for my reward,
Read on.
and I will praise him therewith.
That's what your tongue is for. Not to destroy, it's to save. Read.
Draw near unto me, ye'll learn.
He say, draw near me. Some of you just don't understand because you know how your children are. They think they know everything now. They don't understand. They unlearned too. Read.
And dwell in the house of learning.
It say what?
Dwell in the house of learning.
Dwell, man. Come in and want to be taught. Read.
Wherefore are ye slow?
Well, he said, hold on. Wherefore are ye slow? Read.
And what say ye of these things? Seeing your souls are very thirsty.
See, a lot of you don't understand. You're seeking sometimes, man. He say, dwell in the house of learning. When you out there, man, they got all kind of stuff for you. Because your soul thirsty, you'll pick up something else, man. And you'll start listening to these brothers that you don't know nothing about. Read.
I opened my mouth
I opened my mouth. Read.
and said,
Read.
buy her for yourselves without money.
This is true, man. You ain't got to spend a dime to save your life, man. Read.
Put your neck under the yoke,
Put your neck under Christ. Read.
and let your soul receive instruction.
That's what we just don't want to do as a people. Christ said, I didn't come here to destroy. I came here to save. Our people's hate instructions. Don't you think you see enough of these children that don't learn? Why are you thinking to run away so high, man? Let children running away like it's madness around here. Because they don't want to listen to nothing going on in the house no more. Read.
She is hard at hand to find.
Let me tell you something. It's hard, man. Read.
Behold, with your eyes, how that I have had but little labor, and have gotten unto me much rest.
Let me tell you something, man. When you're following the Spirit of Christ, it's going to teach you the things that you need to know.
Right.
Important in life. When you understand life is not about shiny things. Life is about having your house, your land, your food. And you're going to find out some of these are the most happiest people.
That's right.
Death is the world want to entertain that flesh. Keep reading,
Get learning with a great sum of money.
Get learning with a great sum of money. Read.
And get much gold by her.
Get much gold by the Spirit. Read.
Let your soul rejoice in his mercy. And be not ashamed of his praise.
Let me tell you something, man. A lot of people, man, they're ashamed. Read.
Work your work betimes, and in his time, he will give you your reward.
He's going to give you your reward, your increase, man, whatever you need. We want to do things the way that we was taught in this world, man. And one thing that I see, people are still locked in. That's right. You still locked in. You got to unlock yourself out of death, man. It'll hold you back. Matthew 13:7. These are these spirits that we deal with, man, coming in here. Some people thinking that we dealing with all good people. When I first came in the truth, man, I'm thinking this is the way. Everybody's going to be real. Man, you come in here, you meet more fake people than you meet out there in that world, man.
Bring it out.
A lot of you going to find it out. You're going to meet more lies. Where are you thinking they coming from? They coming from a lying word. They're going to come in here with that lying spirit.
Bring it out.
Read this,
St. Matthew, chapter 13, verse 7.
Read.
And some fell among thorns.
Let me tell you something. These are some of your BFF right here, man. Read.
And the thorns sprung up.
Read on.
And choked them.
And did what?
And choked
They'll
them.
take you right out of this truth, man. This is why I say some of you are awakened to what you know that you're Israelite, but you're still asleep and following Christ. You don't want to put on Christ. Give me Sirach 51:22, man. See, that's what happens when you don't come in here, man, and you want to listen to the people out there murmuring. You can't listen to people that murmur, man, because they ain't got the spirit of Christ. Did Christ murmur? No. See, some of the things you got to ask, did Christ do that? No. Why do they do it? Read this out. No, I'm Sirach 16:22. My bad.
Sirach chapter 16 and verse 22. Who can declare the works of his justice?
Who's going to declare? How can you, man? How can you? How can you do these things when you're not spiritually examining yourself daily? You're not spiritually. Let me tell you something. Some of your bad habits, don't you practice on making them better?
Bring it out.
Some of you just let what fly out your mouth fly on it. You don't even check it. Because that's what's in your thoughts. Why can't you control it? Why can't we do better as a people? Read it again.
Who can declare the works of his justice?
Who's going to declare the works of his justice? Read.
Or who can endure them?
Who's going to endure them? See, a lot of you got to understand, you got to come in here and endure. You're going to go through things sometimes, man. People are going to say things that to you sometimes you don't like.
Right.
You're going to find out, man, you're going to probably have something bad happen at your job.
That's right.
Dealing with somebody and a car accident, anything, man, can you still endure? Let me tell you something. This is truly a fight, man. Truly a fight.
Right.
Read on out.
For his covenant is afar off.
His covenant is afar off. Read.
And the trial of all things is in the end.
You jump down to verse 32. It's not even there one, man. I don't know where I'm at over here with my fogged up glasses. Nah. Give me Proverbs 24:30. I'll come back to it. And let me tell you something. Coming in here, man, trying to teach our people is a hard task. It's a hard task, man, because they have been taught not to accept what someone look like them say.
Right.
And you're going to find out it is really true. Read that out.
Proverbs chapter 24 verse 30.
Read on.
I went by the field of the slothful.
See, let me tell you something. We're in a world of slothful people, man. Because your whole life been programmed for you, from your youth all the way up until your death. You don't understand. What have you done outside the box? Can anybody say that, hey, I traveled and seen the world and I did it my way? I did it on my own, or I was with a company or a corporation? It's hard for people to say that, but I can raise my hand. I've seen a lot of things, man, and I didn't do it on the dime of a company. I've seen our peoples in the slums, in the ghettos, man, and I've seen them continue to send their children to these schools, and they continue falling in poverty, and it's getting worse and worse. I seen it with my own eyes. And we still want to operate like it's not really true. And like, you think about your family. How many of them have they changed their zip codes? How many of them have they changed their lives? And when you understand, if they change their life and they leave something to their children, how long will they keep it? We have to be built right in this walk, man. So we understand that we trust in someone. When we thinking everybody who's truly, no, they don't. People just get behind, talk about each other, man. Because slothful people do slothful things. What do slothful people do? They talk about LeBron having a triple-double. They ain't talking about setting up a business and making it better for their children. That's not important. Read.
And by the vineyard of the man void of understanding.
See, this is what you got to understand. When y'all speaking about things out here in this world, I know you have really no understanding. You know, people get mad at me when I tell them Beyonce a man, but none of them met this man, but then they'll kill for him.
Bring it out.
They'll kill for somebody that don't even know them. How do you go to penitentiary killing for somebody that you never met in your life, that you know nothing about? Void of understanding, man. Read.
And lo,
read.
It was all grown over with thorns.
See, this is what you understand. The people, they're like the thorns, man. Very wicked, man. Ungodly, have no wisdom, no knowledge. And you got to understand what they do. They pass this down to their children. Children's. Read.
And nettles had covered the face thereof.
Read on.
And the stone wall thereof was broken down.
See, it was broken down. Read on.
Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction.
Some of you still don't see the difference in life and death. When you really receive the understanding, you're going to know what we teaching is life.
That's right.
You're going to know what we trying to show you is life. And you're going to understand that the peoples out there in the world, all they're going to speak of is death. Read.
Yet a little sleep.
Yet a little sleep. Read.
A little slumber.
Read.
A little folding of their hands to sleep.
That's what we do, man. We choose not to step up and be men's. We choose not to step up and be women's. We choose not to step up and be a nation. Because we sitting back waiting on somebody else to do it. We sitting back waiting on ships to come here so we can get back in Israel somewhere and be wicked as hell over there.
Bring it out.
That's all we doing, man. Brothers already got 4 or 5 wives, man, and they gonna want to get to the kingdom. They gonna want to continue adding more. And it's the thing that we're doing is just not gonna work, man. It is not scriptural. It's not spiritual. It is not Christ.
Right.
Give me Matthew 13:8.
Bring it out.
I'm still looking for my precept. And the thing is, until you put on Christ, you still gonna be who you were when you came in this truth. There's no different in you. When you start seeing different in someone, you start seeing by their actions. And let me tell you something. I'm not expecting everybody to come in here and open up business. That's not what I'm expecting. But I'm expecting everybody to come in here and be one like Christ.
That's right. Right.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting you to come in here and love your brothers and sisters as your neighbor. That's what I'm truly expecting. Read that.
St. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 8. But others fell into good ground.
See, others, when you understand, when you're following righteous people, you're going to find that good ground that you're searching for, that life, Christ. Read.
And brought forth fruit.
And what?
Brought forth fruit.
Let me tell you something, man. When you see, if you're not really understanding your Bible, do you see anybody bringing forth good fruit other than the body? I'm just serious.
Yep.
Do you see anybody?
Bring it out.
When you think about it, man, we don't went through a learning process. That's why I say people have to come and sit down with us. We had sheep, we lost a few sheep. But look, Most High, through experience, we understand it.
That's right.
It's like a garden. We had a garden that died. Now we look at it, it's still yielding.
That's right.
Bring it out.
We didn't come in here doing everything perfect, but we worked at it. Read up.
Some in 100-fold.
Read on.
Some 60-fold. Some 30-fold.
Give me John 10:27. It all starts with Christ, man. We can't do nothing without the power.
Right, right.
We don't try out everything. Read this,
St. John, chapter 10 and verse 27.
Let's see. Read.
My sheep hear my voice.
These are the ones that's going to fall on good ground, man.
Right.
Because they following Christ. They're not following the world. They're not following friends. They're not listening to the garbage, man. You know, can nobody, I don't even get a phone call, somebody trying to talk about somebody. No, man, you're not going to do that with me. Because listen, man, if I'm around somebody, man, you're not going to talk down to them. I don't allow nobody to do that.
That's right.
You know, I don't care how bad Joe work is. Nobody going to talk about Joe but me. I'm the only one going to talk about Joe.
That's right.
Bring that out.
Because, I love Joe, man, because Joe entertains us when we out there, man. I be looking forward to him getting on the bruised butt down there, man. He have a good day down there. Simpson don't have no problem that day. Read,
And I know them, and they follow me.
This is the ones that's always going to fall on that good ground, man. Read.
And I give unto them eternal life.
These are the ones that truly believe, man, when we start taking on the spirit of Yah. Read.
And they shall never perish.
They shall never perish. Read.
Neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
Nobody can come with no gossip to take them away. Read.
My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all.
Read on.
And no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand.
Nobody, man. Nobody. All we following is the instructions of the Father, man. That the Son gave us for eternal life.
Right.
Just think of this. You're trying to establish a business. No one ever told you how to do it. But you get the book on how to do it. You don't read it. Ain't the book of life is better than the book of business?
Bring it up.
Give me John 10 and 14.
Verse 14. I am the good shepherd.
He say what?
I am the good shepherd.
Read on.
And know my sheep.
He say, I am the good shepherd and know them. And know them. Because let me tell you something. How do you know your sheep? Because you're always going to see them. You're going to know what they're doing. You know they're going to be doing things in righteous. Sisters going to call sisters. Brothers going to be calling brothers. It's going to be brotherly love. It's going to be sisterly love. That's the spirit Christ looking for in us. Read.
And am known of mine.
He said, I am known of mine. Give me Matthew 13 and 9. I want to show you why this is so important. Of why you putting on the spirit of Christ. And it's just following his word, man. And it's easy. Read this.
St. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 9.
Read on.
Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
This is the thing. People that hear, they get instruction. They learn the way of life. They learn the way of the Bible. They learn the way they should conduct themselves. Read.
And the disciples came and said unto him,
Read on.
Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Why are you speaking to them? Why are you speaking unto the peoples in parables? Because the word, it sounds like it's in parables. Because the way that you was taught was wrong. Now that you're being taught the truth, you think it's wrong. That's crazy, ain't it? Read.
He answered and said unto them,
Read.
Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Read on.
But to them it is not given.
You understand why Christ do what he do? You understand Christ had to go and sit by the Father, man? So he can understand. We have to finish out what the scriptures were saying. We have to finish out what the prophets were saying. We all had to go through it. Christ went through it. We going through it.
Right.
And this is the last days, man. In the last days, it's really talking about the last time. Not really literally days. Right now, you have that grace to get your life right. And you choosing still to be stubborn, stiff-necked, don't want to hear it. I try to come in here and speak to you. Give me 1 Timothy 4 and 12. All I want you to do is change, man. Because when you change, your sister gonna change.
That's right.
When you change, your brother gonna change.
Bring it out.
When we change, the nation's gonna change.
That's right.
But why are we still fighting each other, man? Over nothing. Read this,
1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers.
You got to be an example. You have to be Christ-like for them. Read.
In word, in conversation,
In what?
in word, in conversation,
in words and conversation. Read.
in charity,
Read on.
in spirit,
Read.
in faith,
Read on.
in purity.
This is the way of Christ, man. Not the way that y'all have been taught, man. The way that you learn in this world. Read.
Till I come.
Till I come. Read.
Give attendance to reading.
Hold up. Give a what?
Give attendance to reading.
Read on.
To exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy.
Read,
with the laying on of the hands by the Presbyterian.
These are the elders. Read.
Meditate upon these things.
Meditate, man. Think about these things, man, what we trying to bring to y'all. Read.
Give thyself wholly to them.
Give thyself. Once you meditate, once you study and do your own studying, you give yourself to them. Read.
That thy profiting may appear to all.
That profiting may appear to that light that's in you. It may appear to all. Read.
Take heed unto thyself.
Listen. Examine yourself. Read.
And unto the doctrine.
Unto the belief. Read.
Continue in them.
Continue in the word. Read.
For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Anybody that y'all understand, y'all burning like too, man.
Right.
Y'all might be just sitting out there, but y'all just like us up here. Y'all have the same responsibility as we do. To understand, we have to be one in the spirit, to be out here to teach our brothers and sisters. Give me Job 1 and matter of fact, skip that. Give me Revelations 13 and 11. Let me show you why we can't get this. Why we don't understand this. Why we fight against Christ. And all you fighting against is the words. Read this out.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Read on.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
This is the Antichrist, man. And if people thinking this is talking about the Republicans and Democrats, man, this is not talking about them, man. Read.
And he spake as a dragon.
And he spake as a dragon, man. You understand that this time they was talking about the Pope and the emperors right here. And he spoke lies. Read.
And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
He exercised all the power of the first beast. Read.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
All they doing is following the doctrine that's been passed down, man, how to destroy the people. It's nothing really new under the sun.
That's right.
When you look at this Kemet stuff, this ISIS, and that's where they got Christ from. That's their Jesus. That's the same doctrine. It's no different doctrine than anything that you have learned. Why are you thinking Israel was beguiled at, man? Why are you thinking they was being lied to? Why are you thinking they wanted to go back into Egypt so bad?
Bring it out.
There was never, no one would never teach you Christ but Christ. You can't find Christ in the Christianity church, and the people get mad at me when I tell them that. But you can't. They're not teaching Christ. They teaching, they giving you breadcrumbs. You might get a little here and a little there, but you're not getting Christ. You're not getting the whole body.
That's right.
Read.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
Whose deadly wound was healed. Read.
And he doeth great wonders.
He doeth great wonders. Who is this? Is this a demon or is this a man? Or is this a church or is this a doctrine? What is this they're talking about? What is this that's causing the peoples to be in darkness?
Yeah.
Read.
So that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
This is what they're teaching. They're teaching these are thermonuclear bombs, man. No, these are judgment and curses on the peoples. In the sight of man. Why are you thinking you see the people so bugged out, man? Granny won't let go. You can't get Granny out of Christianity. She's been gone too long. I got a cousin right now. She's been gone too long. 20, 30 years in it, man. It's hard to let go. You know, it's hard for people to let go, man. This here, when you understand these, keep reading.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
How are you thinking someone is going to deceive you with a bomb? How? How someone going to deceive you? Why you got so many churches in this community right here? Why you got the same thing going on in Fort Worth, Louisiana, Arkansas?
Bring it out.
Why? And what do the churches represent? Don't the churches represent the system? Don't the churches represent the same thing as the school system? Don't they all work in one in unity? Don't the athletes, the entertainers do the same thing? It's just one beast, man. It's a system. Keep reading up.
By the means of those miracles.
These are the miracle. What they see these guys showing their cribs, MTV cribs. You want to buy in, man. They want to tell you all you got to do is work hard. You achieve the same thing. It's a system set up to indoctrinate you. Why are you thinking so many people die trying to follow their dreams? They fall off. They get depressed. They start doing drugs. These are the miracles, and you'll tell why they don't talk about these miracles that the beast do, that man do. Why is there's no mention about their miracles? It's kind of one-sided, ain't it? They pick and choose how they want to tell you.
Right.
Keep reading up.
Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
See, when you got power, you're in control of the monetary system, man. You're in control of the people. You force them to send their children to school. If you don't send your children to school, they try to come and lock you up if you're not homeschooling them. This is a system set up to destroy you. It will overcome you, man, because guess what, around this time when people first come into truth, family members start gathering together.
That's right.
You know, you go cook a turkey on Thanksgiving and you don't even know what you celebrate.
Bring it out.
You just do it because of you've been told.
That's right.
It's a system. This is the beast, man. We don't know.
Saying to them,
read.
That dwell on the earth.
That dwell upon the earth, read.
That they should make an image to the beast.
And they shall make an image to the beast, read.
Which had the wound by its sword and did live.
Let me tell you something. How many kingdoms have failed? How many of these kingdoms, they just talking about Rome. Greece failed too, didn't it?
That's right.
How many other kingdoms? Didn't East Rome fail?
That's right.
You had Eastern Rome and Western Rome. What about all these other kingdoms? What about Nebuchadnezzar? It was the same system. What about Egypt? It's the same indoctrination, man.
Right.
It's nothing different here. And you understand, give me Psalm 17 and 11. Why did the Most High set this up? Because there's got to be punishment unto us for not listening and not following. Read this.
Psalms chapter 17 and verse 11. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth.
Do you understand how these people are formed, man, in their thoughts? How they lead these things to their children? How they set up? Why are you thinking, let me tell you something about the so-called white man. I'm going to be getting to this soon. They was placed in there to hide the true people that really rules this world.
Teach, man. Bring it out.
So we thinking that all so-called black peoples are Israelites.
Bring it out.
So why are you thinking they saying Charles Barkley and Shaq are two coons? Because this all a game, man.
Bring it out.
That's why I say come out of the world. You got to leave that mess out. They've been doing this for generations to control us, to thinking they're setting up a savior for us. Then they give you Martin Luther King. Then they give you Malcolm X. Then they give you all these people that you felt like was going to make changes. When did any of them tell us to go get land and build and do for ourselves? Or did they tell us to buy into their system?
Bring it out.
Putting on a bow tie, what you buying into their system? Read, man.
Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey.
You got to understand, these peoples, man, that sit back and devour us. Do you think anybody, have you ever seen a McDonald's farm?
Bring it out.
A Burger King farm?
Bring it out.
Any of these restaurants got farms? Where do they get, do Safeway got a farm? Walmart's got a farm? Where are they getting their food from? We don't think of nothing, man. We don't try to see with any reasons what's going on. We accept it. We go right in there and buy the poison.
That's right.
Read,
as it were a young lion lurking in secret places.
They lurk in secret places, man. And let me tell you something. How easy it is for them to come in here and destroy this. All they got to do is send somebody in here with money, and the people will gravitate to them.
Bring it out.
They'll gravitate to them because they're thinking that that's Christ-like. Why are you thinking they gravitate to Kanye?
Bring it out.
Why are you thinking they gravitate to Kyrie? Why they not gravitate to the body? We the only school And really, I don't know about these other schools, so I can't speak on them. But I know we the only one that I know of that is able to feed. We got plenty of stuff back there today.
That's right.
I see these other camps, they go in there and give you their Walmart food or their Safeway food. Read on,
Arise, O Lord.
Arise, O Lord, read.
Disappoint him.
Disappoint him, read.
Cast him down.
Read.
Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Y'all don't understand the Most High using to punish us, man.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Why are you thinking you get caught with them drugs in your car, man? Why we tell brothers to clean up their lives when they come in here? Why is it that brothers and sisters are not getting themselves in order? Your first year, you should be getting everything that you don't deal with. If you got once, you should have that stuff cleared up.
Right.
If you ain't got a driving license, you should have a driving license. We're not telling you to walk around here and do wicked, man. We're telling you you got to be able to live in this wicked society.
Bring it out.
Because they pull you over and you ain't got no insurance. What they do? They take your car.
That's right.
All we doing is trying to tell you how to live right. Give me Deuteronomy 30 and 15. I'm about to end it, man. Only thing I'm trying to do, man, is basically speak to you. And the best way I know how is to speak to your spirit. Because you're not going to really understand what I'm saying unless you really start examining this book, reading it for yourself. Stop putting it in once you get home, you don't see it till the next Shabbat. Read this,
Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 15.
Read on.
See, I have set before thee this day life and good.
Most High say, and the Son say, I have set before thee life and good. Life and good. Don't you want to choose that? Life and good? Or this one? Read.
And death and evil.
Some people's mind just can't let go. Because they still hold on to the sins that they hide. And read.
In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God.
See, that's the problem. When you love the Lord your God, you're going to love your brothers and sisters. I keep telling you. If people don't love the Most High and the Son, they're not going to love you.
That's right.
Read.
To walk in his ways.
See, when you understand you walk in his ways, you're going to do as they do, as he do. Read.
And to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
Did Christ come here and show us it can be done?
Bring it out.
Did Christ come here and show us it can be done?
Bring it out. Right. That's right.
Look what kind of hell he caught here, man. Did he come here and show us that it could be done? That was his whole mission, to come here and show us that it can be done.
Bring it out.
Read.
And the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess.
How are we going to be blessed, man? How are we going to receive that fire coming from heaven, man? How are we going to receive it? By continue living the way that we are, not want to examine and build ourselves up? How are we going to rule the world if we don't even know how to run nothing? We're going to still have to go to our enemies for everything.
That's right.
That's the part that y'all not understanding. Read.
But if thine heart turn away,
If your mind, if you don't really want this, read.
so that thou wilt not hear.
A lot of people don't like to hear, man, because it should be much more communication than I see in the messenger. It should be much more communications about things that we doing. That's the problem that I see. We still don't trust each other. We still don't want to speak to each other.
That's right.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm one of the ones to tell you. I used to be in the club like it was nothing. The only thing a person can tell me is no. And guess what? I'm going to the next no. Well, yes. It don't bother me, man. What you say and somebody say something, don't let it bother you. Keep digging on your own. When somebody being negative to you, they don't understand you, or you might not understand someone trying to be positive to you because your mind is still negative when they're trying to give you some correct information.
Right.
See, we don't even understand that, do we? Because it's hard for me to say it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Somebody trying to tell you something that is right, you think it's wrong because you've been trained to think that something right is wrong.
Bring it out.
Communication is bad. Read.
But shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them.
That's what happens, man. Read.
I denounce unto you this day
This day, read.
that ye shall surely perish.
When you understand, when you walk away from Christ, you really blew your candle out.
Right.
Read.
And that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land.
How can you, man, when you don't do for self? When you do for self, you live longer. And you know, I used to wonder why my grandparents didn't live so long. They didn't eat. They wasn't indoctrinated to all the garbage we were. They didn't have all the stores that we had. See, they had to get it on their own. And see that back then they had fruit trees in the yards.
That's right.
It's hard to even find a fruit tree unless you go to that land.
Bring it out.
Read.
Whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. I will call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, and both thou and thy seed may live.
Boy, you don't understand. Back to 2 Chronicles, man. We're going to get ready to end it out 7 and 2. When you understand, man, everything is in our hand. We can make this a better place. Man, how much more, man, when you start seeing every man, just think about it. Every man and sister step up. And we make it better for each other. Man, let me tell you something. And being able to see you brothers and sisters, man, more than just on the Shabbat. Why can't we see each other during the week?
Bring it up!
You know, think about that, man. We don't really get a chance to see each other much. That's why we have the messengers. That's why we have the things that some of y'all just be in there peeking. Won't say a word. Won't say how you doing today. You know, my day was a beautiful day. Hope your day beautiful. We still haven't learned to communicate to each other. Read this.
2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse 2. And the priest could not enter into the house of the Lord,
Read on.
because the glory of the Lord had filled the Lord's house.
You understand, man, the glory of the Lord will fill this house, man. Read.
And when all the children of Israel saw how the fire came down,
They seen the true blessing of Christ in the Most High. Read.
and the glory of the Lord upon the house,
Read on.
they bowed themselves with their faces to the ground upon the pavement, and worshiped and praised the Lord.
And did what?
And worshiped and praised the Lord,
Read.
saying, For he is good, for his mercy endureth forever.
Jump down to verse 14, man.
Verse 14. If my people,
See, if my people's the ones that hear his voice, read,
which are called by my name,
which are called by my name, which are Christ-like, read,
shall humble themselves
shall humble themselves, read,
and pray
and pray. Pray about the things that you got your weekend, read.
and seek my
And
face
get in this Bible, man, read.
and turn from their wicked ways,
They can't turn, man. They got to keep that phone, man. They got to keep in that life, read.
then will I hear from heaven
Then what I hear from heaven, read.
and will forgive their sins
Read on.
and will heal their land.
Read on.
Now mine eyes shall be open
My eyes shall be open, read.
and mine ears attent unto the prayer that is made in this place.
Y'all got to understand our prayers got power, but read.
For now I have chosen and sanctified this house,
I've chosen and sanctified this nation, read.
that my name may be there forever,
Read on.
and mine eyes and mine heart shall be there perpetually.
Forever, never ending, read.
And as for thee, if thou wilt walk before me as David thy father walked,
Read on.
and do according to all that I have commanded thee, and shalt observe my statutes and my judgments,
And my judgments, read.
then will I establish the throne of thy kingdom, and according as I have covenanted with David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man to be ruler in Israel.
Let me tell you something, man. With all the blessings in the book, we choose to curse him.
Bring it out.
That's what we choose. We all choose to curse him, man. We choose to continue to go back out in that world. Let me tell you something. You got a lifeline, man. You got brothers and sisters in here. Call them. A lot of people's out here struggling. When y'all see sisters not here, brothers not here, call them. What's the problem? Call them. Hold them accountable. That's being your brothers and sister keeper. And once they start lying to you, you'll know what kind of spirit they're in. If they're telling you the truth, you're going to know what kind, because they should be communicating. No one should separate themselves from the Lord.
That's right.
No one.
That's right.
And you shouldn't want one of the sheep to do it. So this is why I say you can use that phone call to call. I'll be looking around just to see, okay, let's call. You never know what sheep might be wounded in the mind, battling with something that they need help. And let me tell you something, don't try to counsel nobody. Send them to leadership.
Right.
When you try to give somebody worldly counsel, it never works. Trust in the leadership, man. And when you start trusting in that, man, you'll understand we'll really start building. Because without leadership, We just a nation void of moving forward.
That's right.
We need it. Because what do people seek out in the world? They seeking Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, Nick Cannon. They looking for somebody. Let's be that light, man. Shalom.
Israel, let's give a hand and praise for Most High Son.
That's why I call it retarded.
Salute everybody that was out able to make it on the Lord's Sabbath.
Something to figure it out if you want to help me.
Salute everybody who's able to gather,
Also, what I'm going to do
receive the word and fellowship.
I want to see how you see it.
Israel, is not neglect not
We can be
to bring forth fruits worthy of
I
repentance,
think it is
to
study.
bring forth fruits worthy of labor,
2x4.